Quite somebody there matching you too.
Yeah, that's
a twin.
はい、新京国パイロットです。今日も、マイクロソフトの公式集会に参加していきたいと思います。
Brazil Independence Day edition. Once again, a reminder that was actually yesterday, September 7th.
今日の飛行機は、ブラジルですね。じゃあ、離陸するようなので、流れに乗っていきましょうか。
Alright, rotate positive rates.
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. So I don't have an autopilot.
なんかブラジルの独立記念日らしいですね、今日は。
As close in the sim as we can get to the plane I learned how to fly on in real life, which is the Piper Tomahawk. Single engine, low wing, high T-tail.
公式集会って一応なんかそういうあれに、なんかその地域のイベントに一応あやかってはいるわけですね。ブラジル。割と最近飛んだところですな。
Tomahawk, they call it.
Yes, the Tomahawk.
And Blue, I've got you in sight to my 12 o'clock, as you can see there on the screen.
ブラジルは。
Yeah, got eyes on you guys. I'm sticking with you this time, sticking with the group.
ライト。
What altitude we expected today?
I mean, we're mostly flying at sea level to enjoy some nice views along the coastline and the beaches. So I think relatively low altitude is fine.
It already looks gorgeous. Looking off here. That haze, mountains in the distance. You got the ocean right there as well. I'll be honest, I was excited about today's flight in Brazil because Brazil is honestly, personally, one of my favorite countries in the world.
ブラジルです。
To see, scenic-wise, as well as to go to. I've actually gotten a chance to go to
割
Brazil.
と最近なんか飛んだような気がしますな、ブラジルは。
Been a while.
なんだったっけ？
But I've got to go travel to Rio, Sao Paulo.
リオデジャネイロからなんか
It was a good time. I had a good time there.
海岸に沿って、
Go back again sometimes.
北に向かって飛んだと思います。今回は
So I've never been to Brazil, somewhere I'd definitely really like to go. I've been to South America once before in my life. I've been to visited several countries along the way. I went to, but on the western side of South America. So kind of went to Chile, Peru, and Ecuador. But yeah, never been to Brazil. Certainly very much would like to.
I think you'll love it. I know you're big on like.
ボーイング307。なかなか。
You'll love the food.
今日はちょっと、おお、くるくる落ちてくる。
I come from, United States. Sorry, the south side of the United States, like Texas. We have a lot of Mexican food.
あれかな？
That type of Latin culture, and just so different. Even though it's still like, kind of feels Latin, but it's not. It's very different. Just like you said, like the language of Spanish versus Portuguese, how they can sound similar. Some people who are not familiar with either can get them mistaken even, but it's really interesting how people from both languages communicate. It's still very, there's definitely some massive gaps in certain words that don't mean the same thing in both languages, but the gist of it is very similar, so they can definitely. It's gorgeous out here.
It is.
So are you flying with live weather?
今日は巡航速度、110ノットのことということで、いつものごとくこのエクストラの 330LT で飛んでおります。
Yeah, it'd be like mid-afternoon in Brazil right now, right?
お、日本のパイロットの方がいらっしゃいますね。
Yeah, I can dig it.
おはようございます。朝早くて大変ですね。あ、まあ、日本在住かどうかは分かりませんけど。お、いいですな。その 187RG、182のリトラクタブルギア、私も狙っておるのですよ、一応。あれの後ですけど、あれって何？ 737-8、800だか8だか。KMTG のみんなが乗ってるやつ。あれを購入したら次はそこら辺ですよ。セスナだ。
like to do the whole Oshkosh event. Last time I was with you guys, we did the Oshkosh flight. But this is the plane that I flew for the entire trip. I did it like as realistic as possible. Took off from my home airport. I actually filed a VFR, not filed, plotted out a VFR flight plan by hand using charts and stuff.
私はまだ持っていないので、別の飛行機に見てます。おはようござい
All
ま
that
す。
stuff, and it was really enjoyable. I actually turned it into a
日本からの参加ですね。
me and like 5 other
日 本
people flying out there
からか
together.
どうかわかんないですけど、よろしくお願いします。
And really cool. But definitely recommend people to do something like that where you just do like a long, like if you love GA flying or VFR flying, like do a cross country flight where you just like avoid storms and like deal with like the real world issues.
182RG も結構人気ですな。さっきキットフォックスが
Yeah, and
人気
especially
くらいい
flying
たよ
to
うな気が
Oshkosh
したけ
too
ど
and
な。
recreating that flight. That sounds like a lot of fun.
の CC19 っていうのも。
One of these days, that's my
これ
dream.
スト
You
ー
know,
リー
I've
じゃないかな、細い
obviously
飛行機。
we went to Oshkosh as a team last year. We met Blue, in fact, while we were there.
あ、前後に2
But we
人
flew
乗
a
りだ。
commercial flight
タ
on
ン
an
デム
airline.
配列だ。
One of these days, I would love to fly. You know, I don't own my own
二人乗り
plane,
なら
but
こ
you
っ
know,
ち
I'd
の
like
方
to rent a
が
plane or make a friend with
横
someone
に
who
2 人
has their
乗
own
るよ
plane
り
and then
も
fly together.
楽しさは減るかもしれないですけ
Go
ど、
to
空気抵
Oshkosh
抗は
the
少な
real
そうで
way,
すよ
quote
ね。
unquote.
That's the
あ
way
そ
to
こになんか
do
ア
it
ー
if
ティ
you
クル
can.
が
I mean,
映って
obviously,
る
you can get there by any means. That's fine. Just enjoy the show, but,
F22
you
SU57
gotta fly
のアーティクルだな。
all experience,
例
and
に
you
よ
have
っ
to
て。
camp too. At least one time.
Yeah,
But
we
I
were
was gonna
staying in
say-
a hotel. We flew, you know, a commercial flight. So, you know, it was great
Yeah,
being
that's-
there and being around all the aviation, all the aircraft, all the, you know, thousands of pilots. But I felt like we didn't quite get the true, authentic
real
Oshkosh experience
うん
by
は
not
い
flying ourselves and
い
not
ろん
camping
な
on the
飛行
grounds.
機乗っていらっしゃいますな。
I think if you go yourself, you actually need to be pilot in command, right? That's the real deal.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. I mean, if you fly, with someone and they're flying, I mean, you're gonna still get it as long as you have a radio one. But it's stressful. I would not recommend somebody like if you're going for the first time. If you're not like a seasoned pilot, I would recommend flying by yourself.
Along with someone.
When you could fly yourself, but just have another pilot with you, so you both can help with decision making and help release some of that stress. 'Cause it's very stressful. I mean, again, think about it. I mean, people who in chat who
これ
don't
は
know,
早すぎる
Oshkosh
チ
is
ー
the
ムに
most
入ったの
busiest
か？もっと
airport
後ろか
during
本
that week
体
of the event. So ATC is crazy dealing with all that. It's nuts. So yeah. So what I was gonna say though about the Kit Fox I'm flying now is actually my personal dream like plane. Doesn't sound like much. It's like why don't you pick like a private jet or some luxury helicopter or something? But like I've looked up this aircraft in real life. And it's a kit plane. So you
リアルタイム
buy it
ライブウェ
freight
ザー
for
で
yourself
す。
as your own project, or you can buy it used from some other owner, or you just buy the full plane. But I thought it'd be really cool to either like to build it or just buy it. And it's great because there's only 2 seats in there. Yeah, a little backpack here. Only 2 seats in here, but it's great for like a single pilot to fly short distances cross country. You can land literally anywhere. Has great short takeoff and landing performance. So it's just like a fun plane to fly. Like, I always wanted to just go fly somewhere in the bushes, take a plane out there, land, bring a tent or something. You know what I mean? Like that's the kind of stuff I want to do when I fly.
And the kit itself is also pretty affordable, right? I mean, affordable
Yes,
between
compared-
quotes.
Yeah, compared to like the X Cub, which I think is one of its
Yeah.
competitors, is way more affordable.
I think-
than those other planes.
I think the kit was like 40,000 euros, excluding the engine.
Yeah.
So that's, I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's something you
22あの方もよく見かける方ですな。いつも
Well,
よ
you
く
know, here's the
22乗っ
thing.
てるかな。
I don't own a car
Okay.
right now, and so I saw a recent
上
stat,
げ
and
て
this
て
is
たら
crazy
上
to
に
me.
て。
The average American car now sells for $60,000. That seems
Wow.
absolutely insane.
The average.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
yeah, but
the median car that is being driven off a new car lot sells for $60,000 in the United States right now, which seems absolutely wild to me. But apparently, statistically, that's correct.
that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of loans are taken out on cars, right? So,
So if the median car is selling for $60,000, spending $40,000 for an airframe less an engine, that seems more affordable. It seems like in the realm of
ヘリ
affordability.
コプターですね。ベ 407。バババババババババ。
Yeah, I agree with that. I sort of when I looked at buying a plane, which I can't afford to buy a plane right now. I wish I could, but when I do, eventually, when life gets more lucrative or whatever, when you compare how much a plane costs, how much a car costs, it's actually kind of surprising. You're like, huh, I can either buy a plane or buy a car.
Or buy a car. I mean, the running costs are slightly higher.
But yeah, definitely.
Storage, hangar fees,
stuff like. I mean, storage is a bit weather dependent. Where do you live, right? I mean, for me, it is an absolute no-go to have it outside. So I do need a hangar. But if you live somewhere,
兄貴あるけど向こうは見えないんだ。向こうはイバリ持ってないやつ使ってるのかな。 Oh,
yeah, and with this plane specifically, you don't need a massive runway. All you need is a lawn.
Yeah, basically.
Oh boy,
If you
okay.
cheat with the bit, you really need much.
Couple of things here. First, JPEG NY says that the median price for a car is 48,000 as of March 2023.
That seems a bit more.
But still, that's the kit box for 40,000 sans engine. Still roughly in the same time frame or price range as a the median American car. You know what? I think I was converting that to Canadian dollars in my head. Being in Canada. So 48 US is probably around 60 Canadian. So that's probably where I got that number from. However, we've got Factual Gull in the chat with what I'm sure is the setup for a dad joke. On the topic of both Brazil and cars, Factual asked, what do you call a person in Brazil with no car? All right, Factual, lay this on us.
Person in Brazil with no car. On a bike?
Carlos.
I don't know.
なるほど。
Carlos?
Joaquim?
Joking. Is that joking?
Did I pronounce that?
あ、隊長そうだ。
Joaquim. Oh, Joaquim.
隊長にちょっとご挨拶していきましょう。
I'm sorry, I don't speak Portuguese, Factual. I wasn't.
Carlos was more fun, actually.
Yeah.
I like Carlos way better.
Yeah, we improved your dad joke, Factual. Get out.
Oh my gosh.
Blue, I think your stream has frozen. If you want to just restart that.
Yeah, I'll go do that.
あれ隊長さっき見えたけど見えなくなっちゃった。
Mine as well. I think it's on your side, CD.
Yeah.
Oh,
is it?
Yeah, I guess because mine is frozen as well.
Okay, let me check my settings.
隊長ちっちゃいトンボみたいな飛行機だな。
Oh yeah, I'm not getting either of your.
No, I just stopped mine.
It's red as well. OBS.
Yeah, my said red.
隊長これか。隊長おはようございます。
Technical issues.
今日もよろしくお願いします。
Let's do it.
Do it live.
We're live.
Okay, I restarted the server. If you can both try reconnecting.
Alright. We just restarted, yes.
I reckon you have a different connection.
I'm using a capture card to my stream PC. So
no, I mean to connect different string.
Oh no, I used the same server. If that doesn't work, I can create a new one though.
It doesn't work.
Good question.
It doesn't work? Okay, stand by. Gotta do some additional troubleshooting here, folks. Ghostly Friend says the stream couldn't handle the dad jokes. Yes, it's all Factual's fault.
Right, let's blame it on Factual.
We don't ruin the stream, Factual. How dare you?
Thank you, El. It's the last time I'll let you in the chat. The dad joke was broken as well, indeed.
JU52 もユンカースの52もいますな、隊長。隊長の飛行機は
No, that's not true.
前輪がなんかちょっと
Right after the joke.
華奢な作りに見えますが、それで大丈夫なんですね。そうか、そうだよな。
We're almost to our waypoint. Is that what I'm seeing? Not too close, but about 10, 12 miles away.
All right, hang on. I'm doing so many things at once right now. Let me pull up.
No, you're fine.
Where I'm at. Okay.
Just reading through the chat.
国の全然
No, we love factuals dad jokes. Oh, hang on, I'm veering off course. I don't have an autopilot on this plane, so I'm trying to let the plane fly itself just from trimming it properly while troubleshooting OBS at the same time.
I, on the other end, do have autopilot, but you don't have to do any troubleshooting at all. Like
I'm autopilot. I should just probably turn it on. Over here to hitting the trim switch every few seconds.
All right, Peter.
いい天気ですね、隊長今日は。
So, but flying's all about troubleshooting while
し
you're
か
flying.
も時間帯もなかなか結構な時間帯ですな。
Thankfully, my plane is still running fine. Not dealing with any kind of technical issues with the
私
aircraft.
この
just
前
the
なんか
stream.
間違い、この前まで間違えてて、
Alright, I am
Anda
sending
que-
data your way. Let me know when you get it.
ブラジルの首都は、
Still nothing
あの
coming
カーニ
through
バルで
yet.
リオデジャネイロだと思ってたら、ブラジルの首都はブラジリアっていうとこなんですね。やっぱ知識がないっていうのは恐ろしいものです。
Timing out or anything, or giving you
は
an
い、
error?
隊長の飛行
It
機
just
横に2
has-
人
it just
乗
says
りですね。
connecting, and then it's grayed out.
Hmm.
It's trying to connect. I think I'm too high. Yeah, I'm way too high. $3,500. How are you, Peter?
じゃあ隊長、今日もよろしくお願いします。ちょっといろいろ飛行機ウォッチングを
That
楽
was
しんで
a
いきま
double-ended
す。
question, but you can answer half of it.
まず、キャラバンから。
Oh man.
Englewood Online says, amazing every time how much space is even in these big
Okay,
countries, vast areas with no buildings, etc.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's the big
it
difference
is.
between New World countries and Old World countries. Like in Europe, you can't travel this far without encountering a city or a village or
キャ
some
ラ
kind
バ
of
ンの隊
settlement.
長の声
Yet in North and South America, you can fly for miles and miles and miles and not see any kind of cities in any direction. Now here we have a kind of small town over there. You can see kind of to my 4 o'clock. But ahead of me, way off in the distance to my 11, there's a town, but nothing that way. Nothing really that way. Stuxas says Vietnam is extreme. It felt like one city. Taiwan is very much like that. The western half of Taiwan. So you started at Taipei in the north, and basically all the way down the western coast of Taiwan is
リバ
one
リつ
city
い
where
安いとなんか
or
かかっ
one
ちゃうんですよ
major
セールだと
metropolitan built-up
300円
area
ぐらいになって
where
たり
just one
して
city blends into
ア
the
ズ
next
ール
for the entire distance down the coast. But the eastern half of Taiwan is very nature-like. There's sort of mountains and national parks and things like that.
So is it kind of like New York, except New York is its own country? Is it kind of?
Yeah.
Xbox から
All right, I'll restart again.
Yeah, maybe restart everything, so also the RTMP server.
Yeah, that's what I did restart.
Oh, okay. Maybe your PC then.
I don't know if you want to do that.
I can't restart the PC because that would end the stream.
Right.
ビジョン
Might
チ
be
ェ
reinforced.
いや
Tell you what though, this view off my right wing right now, looking towards the mountains inland, is
追いつかないかな
very nice. See, my kind of places are places that have beaches and mountains. Like I tell my streams just all the time, like if you want to find like the perfect paradise for me, just find me a nice white sandy beach that's right next to some big mountains. And I'll be happy.
You want to snowboard into the ocean, basically.
Yes, exactly. I want to snowboard straight into the ocean. There's a lot of places like that in the world.
ビジョンチェ
New Zealand, I think, is
四
famous
国
for
で
it.
なんか可愛らしい服ですね
Yeah.
背中にエンジンがついてます
Are we landing at this airport right here?
Oh, I think we
ジェ
should.
ット機ですよこれでも一応
I put a new,
一応ってことはないか
RTMP server.
Alright.
可愛らしい飛行機ですがジェット機でございますいくらぐらいすんだろうな
We gotta get it right.
なんかセスナが中古かなんかで、セスナってまあ、うん。中古かなんかで、
Alright,
Okay, that looks like it's working.
2、3000万でなんか、
Yep, there we
サイ
go.
トで
Getting your
見た
signal
よう
again.
な気
Alright,
がす
well,
る
I am
な。
landing because I don't need much runway.
お、これタッチンゴ号ですか？
Let's see what happens.
Once again, apologies, folks, for those tech issues. Looks like we got them sorted now, though.
Actually,
I did get feedback that the
Runway,
music is a bit loud, CD, but comparing to our voices. But...
ちょっと減速してい
You
き
know
ま
what?
すか。
People complain about that every single week.
サイドスリ
And
ッ
then I
プ
asked
す
in
るしか
chat,
うま
how's
く
the
減
music
速
volume?
でき
And
ない
you
ん
get
だ
like 2
な
people that
私。
say it's too loud, 3 people that say it's too quiet, and 20 people that say it's just right. I haven't adjusted the volume. It's the same as it always is. So I'm
ス
just
ピ
going to
ッ
leave
トファ
it.
イアもいる。いつもあれスピットファイア乗ってる人かな。
Yeah, see, look, Englewood,
I
music
think
is
I'm
okay, voice is
frozen
great.
again.
Exactly. This
Yeah,
happens
it's
every single
frozen.
week.
Yeah, I'm frozen. You can see.
Oh, are you?
Like
Yeah,
the screen at least.
I see it on your stream, and
Yeah.
I probably as well.
Let me take a look.
Oh, I actually not.
No, Peter's not.
Let's see if we can come over. I'm still sending this. OBS is showing red.
ちょ
But
っ
it
と
is
最
sending
近
something.
飛行機を横着に扱って壊し
Oh,
まくりなの
Blue, I don't have your
で、
signal
若
coming in
干
anymore. Maybe just try restarting.
反省をしないかんところでありますよ。ちょっといきなり。ああ、入りになっちゃった。
I had to try to fly up here at 0G.
Ooh, Peter
looks
really
like-
making an aggressive turn on to
I
final
know,
there.
I know. No, well, oh yeah, yeah,
キットフォックス。なんか風強いな、今
yeah.
日。
I think my stream then is delayed like 30 seconds or something. CD, you might want to flush the buffers.
しかも追い風側だ。ひでえな。
I'm on short final myself now, so I gotta focus on my own landing here.
あ、風雅だ。
What do you think?
I'll read your comments in the chat as soon as I finish this landing.
スピットファイア。
My video is stuttering, they say, and I saw it as well on the stream. So I think that's also why it's horribly delayed.
Don't forget the star alarm.
Oh, I know. Got
Oh,
my
he
finger
knows.
hovering over the button. Alright, there's
This is
Zane
stereo.
making a cameo appearance.
失速警報
Ooh,
の
that was a
音が
smooth
この
touchdown. I mean, I floated
very
halfway down the
smooth
runway,
あの
so
公式
not a
集
great
会
landing,
の
but very smooth touchdown.
It doesn't really matter, does it?
No, not really.
Doesn't really matter.
人気のSE ですね。
Took
サ
off
ウン
with
ドエ
plenty
フ
of
ェ
room
ク
to
ト。
spare.
Exactly.
ピーって言われても
I should be sending a feed to you again.
Oh.
Okay, let's take a look.
黄色いオスプレイがいる。
So Peter,
オスプレイ
your
もなん
feed
か
looks smooth to
ちょっと
me.
前に
Now it
Watching-
does.
I'm actually watching the live stream right now, and it looks
ま
fine.
た
Oh, momentary
But-
pause for a second. Now it's good again.
Yeah, but if you see the same as me as I'm flying above the ocean.
No, I got a cockpit view. Yeah, you're flying above the ocean from a.
Yeah, okay, but so
Yeah.
that's more than 2 minutes ago, because I'm already way
Oh.
further.
Dang, 2 minutes ago. Jeez.
So maybe if you at your RTP server you can flush the buffer if you try that.
お、大きい町だ。
Hang on. Again, I have no autopilot, so I'm focusing on flying right now. How do I do that?
If you
Look
open
at
your
the
RTP's window next to my stream, there's like
インベキ
One of the kid foxes here.
reset buffer or something.
Oh yeah, reset buffer. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I just hit the button.
うわ、
And then I should be
コ
able
ビ
to
ッ
see
トだけモードに入っ
it
た
as。well.
見た見た。この飛行機時々こう
But
な
it's
るん
indeed
だ
a
よ
bit
な。
stuttery, so I guess that's
でもこれ
why
は
it's
ちょっとなかなか
constantly
変わった形でかっちょいい飛行機です。
Well, I
Oh!
hit the button. It didn't appear to do
コブラ
anything.
だ。
delayed. No, it didn't. Hmm.
コブラ。
Hmm.
隊長だ。
Scratching my chin.
And
だい
let's
ぶ
see,
隊長に
see
合流
Blue.
したかな。
Is he coming in fine? Blue, I see you about to touch down now. Is that delayed as well?
ペリカン、
Yeah, that was about 60
ペリ
seconds
カン
ago.
ペリ太郎。
Yeah, it looks like we
最近
might have some
アーマ
issues
プラ
then
で
with the RTMP
ジウン
server.
の
I
パー
don't
ト
want to
1 が
spend too much time
見
troubleshooting
れ
that
るようになっ
live
たっぽい
while
で
I'm
す
flying a
な。
plane with no autopilot. So we'll just make
Why not?
do with what we've got.
Just catch our landings after you do your landing.
だからあれが来るんじゃない、オーニソフトが来るんじゃないですかね。時期に
Yeah, I normally I'd fly a plane with an autopilot, so I can focus on like reading the chat and not really have to pay too
オー
much
ニソ
attention
フ
to
ト
the
はもうイン
actual
ストールはし
flying.
ませんけどね、
Today though,
私
I
は。
thought I was being very clever. I thought, oh, we'll pick the green and yellow plane and be very appropriate with Brazilian colors for our flight over Brazil, and then of course we have tech issues.
So the Tomahawk that you were mentioning earlier, is that one have autopilot?
Certainly not the one that I flew back, in the late 90s. It's all hand flying all the time. And by the way, look below us here. Brazil, very famous for their beautiful beaches, and here we see one right here below us.
Do you know what city this is? On over.
I don't. Someone in the chat mentioned it before, though. Someone said it's one of the fastest growing communities in Brazil. It's grown 600% in population in the last 10 years.
風が強いですがな、
Crazy growth.
海の、
It is. Yeah, chat. Remind us what the name of this city.
波の
I'm just
様
curious.
子を
I'd
見
love
て
to know
も
what city it is.
風が強そうでございます。
Okay, is that pronounced
ブラジルは
McKay,
強風
Massey?
でもなんか日本も台風13号だか
マ
なんか来てるんでしたっけ。
Okay.
Again, I
Okay.
don't know.
日本も
I know in
今日
Portuguese
あた
or
り天
seas
気が
soft or
大変
hard.
悪いのでは
Or
なか
maybe
でしょうか。
either.
I don't remember.
Yeah. I don't speak any Portuguese, so I wouldn't know.
Probably it depends is the right
Yeah.
answer.
Englewood says, and right, the city of Viverde.
なんか英語っていう飛行もたまにしか見えないからちょっと見ますか。英語かっこいい飛行機ですよ。
Very gorgeous.
見えるかな。アイコンっていう会社の
Man,
英
this,
語
I
って
feel like
いう
this
飛
little
行機なん
city
で
right
す
here
け
is a
ど
little sleeper city, man. Like, this is a pretty cool city right here.
そこが船になってて陸でもあ
Wonder
見え
if
ねえわ。
this is like a more of
大
an
変残
industrial
念。
town or if it's a
英語
tourist-
LS って
touristy town.
標準機体じゃないのか。
I know with those
機体
beaches,
の
it
よう
looks
な
kind of
気がする
touristy.
け
I
ど
don't know.
残念。英語は見れずですよ。かっこいい飛行機なんですけどね。ちょっとおしゃれな。
All right, Peter, let's see. Is your stream coming through a little bit smoother now? Does that look approximately
こ
where
れ
you're
はちょっ
flying
と
now, or is
古
it
い飛
still
行機
delayed?
ですね。
Still pretty delayed.
Okay.
Yeah, you also see it stuttering, right? That stream.
古い
Yeah, I
時
saw the
期
same
ですけ
thing
ど
on mine.
これもな
Yeah,
かなか
well,
でも
well, for me,
優雅なア
it's
ブスがちょっと
completely smooth.
インシデントレポート
Same。thing for me.
Yeah, so there is some either frame drop or connection stuff or
I will
I
say
do
that
have-
my OBS is showing that I have dropped 6,000 frames.
I have 0 dropped frames actually. For me,
Which is-
it's all looking good, but
Yeah. I mean, on my end, both of you show coming through green, so I don't know where the issue is.
maybe your own OBS then.
Actually, no. Okay, hang on. Peter, you're coming through at 30 frames per second. Blue, it shows you coming through at 9 or
やっぱ
11 frames
実
per
際
second.
に
So
持
Peter,
ってんでしょうね、
Yeah,
自分で。
you should
持
be
ってるの
fine
か
on the
欲しいのか。
Should be fine.
あ
but
れ、
I
キ
Yeah.
ットなんですよね。
Let me check my settings
部
here.
品
Make
を
sure
自
that I
分で
have
組み
everything
立てる
on my end.
I mean, it was working
Scope.
fine earlier, right?
Fox.
When we first started.
Yeah,
Some
I'm
are Fox
1080, 30
っていう
FPS
いい
that
の
I have set.
名前の飛行機らしいんですけど、キットで売ってるらしいんですよ。
Bit
で、
rate
自分で
is
組み立てる。
3,000. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
まあ、それは楽しいでしょうね。
And I got all the correct server info, and again on my screen it looks fine.
なかなか日
Inside my
本では
OBS client, it looks good. I could try restarting my
パ
OBS
イロッ
again
ト
for
の
like.
免許取るのがちょっとあれですからね。
Something is
敷居
playing
が
nice
高いです
somehow.
から
I'm
ね
not。sure what it is.
Check out these rocks down below us too.
Same.
I'm not sure where you guys are.
飛ばせるところも少ない
Rocks
し
down。here next to the beach, pretty cool. I also have a ship. I'm not sure what add-on that is or that's built into the game, but there's a freaking yacht below me. We'll take those. Yeah.
ですな。208。お、これは
See yachts out here in the wild.
あれあれ
I
ど
mean, that's
この
one
マ
of
ー
the
クだっ
features
た
if
っ
you
け
saw Jorgen set a
Sa-
presentation from Flight Sim
これのあ
Expo.
れ
Blue,
か
I know you
中
were
華
there in
航
person,
空
of
か
course. That was one of the features they announced that's coming in Flight Simulator
これちょ
2024
っとこう
is
リバ
improved
リー
global
が買っ
shipping
てあると時々こうや
data in the
って
sim. So if you're flying
な
over
ん
the
か
ocean
面白いの
or
が
you know
見
via
あ
port
中
city,
国
the
南
ships you
方
see
航
should, in
空だ
theory, match the ships that are actually there in the real world.
That's pretty cool.
Peter, I know for
I
your
actually forgot
for your
about that.
day job you have
という
access
こと
to
でこれはあ
software
れ
that
で
shows all
す
the
よ
global shipping traffic, so it'll be interesting for you to be able to correlate the two.
個人所有じゃな
Oh yeah,
く
but
て
that's actually open data, so you could.
事
you
業
can
主
as
体
well.
がいるプロのパイロットでござい
And
ます
there are already some
日本の
pretty
タクシーだと
great
二種
freeware
免許が
efforts,
いるところですな
enabling just that, which are currently in beta.
あれ黄色いやつかもしれ
And
ない
those results are pretty impressive.
黄色は何のリバリーなんでしょう
I don't know if I have access to those you're talking about. I've had some add-ons that add ship traffic to
オ
the
ペラが
game.
回ってないのがちょっ
everywhere
と残
in
念
Jade.
ですけど
One has all the oil rigs out in the North Sea.
あわ
Cool.
Yeah, I
なんか
I,
若干
I
近
also
づいてる
tested that
感
one,
じ
beta tested that one, which is pretty cool add-on. Especially when you fly a lot of helicopters, you certainly
Yes.
suddenly have
Yeah.
access to a lot of platforms where you can land in the North Sea.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Got wind farm construction. I mean,
Yeah.
all kind of stuff. I
Gas,
definitely really
oil.
spent a lot of time with it. Yep. And the whole North
Uh,
Sea is completely populated. Like it's crazy.
Yep, it's so busy there.
Inglewood Online with some interesting navigational updates for us here. It says next flyover, Cabo Frio is a tourist
ポス
area
テ黄色
founded by the Portuguese in 1615. The current
黄色とかなん
population
か
is
レス
approximately
キューとかそんなのかな
230,000. Because of its geographical location, a cape, and because the water temperature is colder than in other cities, hence the name Frio, which means cold.
Frio. I mean, that's cool. Cool bit of info.
You know, you can see the
どこだっけ
connections in different languages.
ロイヤルエアフォース
like
レスキューですよ
FR
かっこえ
as
え
a prefix for a word that means cold in a
Royal Air
you know,
Force
European
Rescue.
language. Frio in
助けてもらわな
Portuguese,
い
in
か
French
墜
it's
落したら
froid,
墜落したらよろしくお
F-R-O-I-D.
願いしますね
In English,
Oh,
obviously we say
nice.
cold,
Yeah,
but you can see also
cold.
connection to the word frigid.
Yeah.
Also probably
Or
comes
frost.
from the same root word, or frosty, yeah. So it's interesting to see the common roots of these words in different languages and see the connections. By the way, I got
Side
a
note, are
great
you guys flying over the ocean or are you following the coast?
かっこいい
kind
な
of both.
ロ
I'm
イヤル
currently
エアフ
over
ォー
water,
ス
but
レス
along
キュー
the
見ちゃい
coastline.
ましたいい
See,
の
actually,
見
I got
た
Peter
な
in sight over to my kind of 2 o'clock over the coast. It looks like exactly, and I got a nice formation here forming up behind me.
Sick.
Got a Halo Pelican. Now that actually
Oh, cool.
segues nicely, Blue, to something you and I were talking about as we were prepping
Yes.
to go live. Blue, what have you and I been doing,
Understand.
both of us, in 100% of our free time
Taichou
over the
Shudan.
last week or so?
Starfield.
Yeah. The big launch for Xbox and PC was early access release late last week, released on Game Pass and to all players on Tuesday of this week from Bethesda Game Studios, Starfield. And I swear, folks, I've been playing since early access last Thursday. As soon as I get off work every day for the last 6 days, I've been doing nothing but playing Starfield. It is such a fun game. I've been having a fantastic time playing that. So, Blue, why don't you talk a little bit about what you've been doing? In Starfield? 'Cause it is like an open universe kind of game. There's like thousands of different planets you can fly to, hundreds of different activities.
スクリーンショッ
So
ト
it's
の
it's sort of a play your
公
way
式の
kind
ス
of
クリー
game.
ンショッ
So
ト
what's
大会
your
み
way,
たいな
Blue?
の
How
が
are
あっ
you
て
choosing to play Starfield?
それに毎回
Yeah, I
応募
mean,
されて
and
て
no spoilers for anyone who hasn't started or haven't bought the game yet, so I'm not gonna spoil
I haven't bought
anything
it
for you
yet.
guys. So don't worry, I've been very
Box.
careful who I talk to about it and not spoiling anything because you can't. But first of all, I've definitely been enjoying it. Just like you said, it's kind of like play it your way. There's so much to do. It's overwhelming, actually.
Yeah.
Just how much there is to do and how much you can do. So if you get bored doing one type of thing, you can go and do something else, and I think that's gonna make for a very long-lasting like game for them. But anyway, so what I've been doing is I did a bit of
タイヤが
story.
でっかいのがい
I
いです
started
な
off
この
doing
飛行
story,
機
and then
なんか結構荒れ地に
at some point, I
降り
kind of
れ
branched
そうなのがなんか
there was certain like job posting. I'll just say a job posting
M
somewhere,
Fox.
and I was like, you know what? Why not? Let me take a break from the story for a bit and see what this is about. And I thought it was just like some little tiny side mission, and it did. It turned out to be basically the entire side quest. I mean, this the amount of gameplay in this one side mission is equivalent to like I think probably most games full main story mode. Crazy. And through doing that, I made a decent amount of money. Got some good connections, and I was able to build my own ship. So started doing that, building my own ship. That's something I want to give it a try. It's really cool how they make that mechanic in the game pretty easy. It is a little expensive. If you have the cash, make it happen. But I spent way more time
巻きプレに3種類あるんですよね。
building a ship.
いっちゃん安いやつだけ、いっちゃん安くていっちゃんなんかたくさん数が出てそうなやつ
So
だけ
that
持っ
night
てないん
of
で
me
す
doing
よ。
shipbuilding, I don't think I slept actually.
あ、見える。
I slept like 1
さっきの
hour.
緑色の
2
と
hours.
同
I
じ
think
や
it
つ
was
です。
like 5 a.m.
お
And
ー
my wife, the next day my
い
wife
くら
was
ぐらい
like,
なんでしょうね。
like, I know you didn't go to sleep till 5. I was like, I know you know. So yeah, I was up and I wasn't even tired, man. Like I could have stayed up later. I just felt guilty for not going to bed. To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, so thankfully, for those of us in North America and Canada and the United States, it was Labor Day on Monday, so a holiday. I had Monday off work, so I stayed up probably till 3 a.m.
翼の上側も開いてて
Saturday night
真
and
上も
Sunday
見え
night
るんですよ。
playing Starfield. Then Monday was a holiday, so I didn't have to work. Then,
いい
you
飛
know,
行機で
throughout
す
the
な
work week, I've been trying to go to bed
い
at
い
a
飛行機
somewhat
ってなんか
reasonable
自分
hour.
で作って飛ばすってなん
Yeah,
かロマンがあ
all
り
I've been
ます
doing
よ
in my
ね。
free time the last 6 days, 7 days, nothing but Starfield. Like you,
こ
Blue,
っちにも行
the ship creator has been where I was spending almost all my time. I did enough of the main story to sort of advance the plot a little bit. I've been doing some of the side faction quests a little bit. I'm guessing I probably have about 60 hours of playtime in the game over the last week. And of those 60 hours, I think at least 30 of that has been actually in the interface building starships. And
That's
then
nuts.
probably another 10 or 15 of that has been then going out and doing like bounty missions and cargo missions and passenger missions to make money so I can buy the components I want to
もちょ
build
っ
my
と
starships.
ウィッシュリスト
So
には
I
入っ
haven't
て
really
ますが
touched the main story all that much yet. I've just been
購
having so much
入
fun designing and building spaceships.
That's the cool thing is like you
Yeah.
don't really. I mean, you do want to do.
まあ
the main
プライ
story
オリティ
eventually,
優
right?
先度
You
は
don't- you're not forced to do it.
ちょっ
You,
と下が
like,
り
a
ます
friend of
な
mine,
とにかく今
a real
一
life
番
friend,
欲
he
しい
got
の
the
は
game as well, and
あれ
he
ボーイング
didn't even touch the
737
story.
の
He like just went
800
off on
そう
his
する
own
と
and hit the way his
旅
playstyle
客
might
機
really suit you guys in the chat. He likes to go out and just get himself into trouble.
好き
He'll
の
be
人
level
た
10
ち
and
が
just go to like a level
乗っ
50
てる
planet
の
or
が
something and just try to survive.
でもどうなんだろう
And that's what he does,
な
but then his reward is he'll
で
get
も
some crazy
737
different
の
equipment
800めちゃめちゃ
and
飛ん
stuff
で
like
ま
that.
すから
So
ね
what's cool about these types of games is that everyone has a
やっ
different
ぱり
experience. Similar to
737
like
の
Microsoft Flight Simulator, like
700も
everyone gets in here and
700
they
と
do
800 って
what they
昔
want
半
to
々
do,
ぐら
right?
いか
Go
な
to
と
certain
思ってたん
parts
で
of
最近
the
800
planet
の
you
が
want to
も
go
う
to and fly to whatever.
全然
So
多
same
い
thing
の
with
で
Starfield. Like I know that if me and CD break down what exactly we've been doing, it'd be very different, right? You could bring probably
今
two
日はあ
people
れ
together
か
and have
巡
very
航
different.
速
Like
度
what I
が
did,
遅い
the
から
side
チキ
quest
テ
that I
フォックス
followed
が多
through
いの
with
かも
that
し
took
れ
me
ない
forever
です
to
な
finish. When I got the achievement from the Xbox, it said that like
でハビラン
3%
ド
of
カナ
people
ダ
had done it. And that was
Oh,
on
wow.
Tuesday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I don't think anybody's been here yet. Like I think I'm one of the first to see this, you know. So it's kind of cool.
I'm not. Oh, go ahead, Peter.
I see you at 3,000 feet. That's a bit high, isn't it?
Is that me?
No, me.
I mean, I see
この空港いや若干ブサイクだと思うんですよね
from me is like 5 minutes old. But
失礼な
5 minutes old.
Yeah,
I think
I don't know.
without without aggravation. Then, yeah.
Okay, I'll try to leave it on my screen then, since that's coming.
Speaking of that, are you getting a feed from me at all?
No, not anymore. You cut off again.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it.
Yeah, I fear you have to restart CD.
Well,
If
here's
we
the thing,
just
though,
get
if
to
I
see your
restart,
screen, it's
it will end the stream, and I don't want to do that.
There.
So we'll just have to make
ど
do.
うして
At
もあれ
least
なん
my
で
point
す
of
よ
view
も
is
とも
coming through
とその
fine.
何
So we got 1 out of 3.
ゼロ戦
I don't
乗
want to
り
shut
じゃない
down
です
the
か
stream to
私の場合
troubleshoot this in the middle of a
そうする
5
と
minute. Yeah.
飛行機のデザインが
Right. Talking about Starfield again
空
for a
中
second.
戦に
I'm not
ま
going
あ
to
特
spoil
化してる
anything,
わけですよ。デ
but
ザ
I'm
イ
going
ン
to
の
tell
こ
you
う
guys a bit of a
な
pro
ん
tip.
か良さそうだなと思う
If
のは。
in your this happens randomly,
だから
but
高
you,
翼
if you
配
might
置って
fight
空
some
中
space
戦やる
pirates
とき
at a random
空中
location.
戦って急
You
旋
can't,
回で
I
相
can't
手を
tell
追
you
っかけ
to
る
go
か
to this
ら
planet and fight these
まあ基
individual
本的
pirates,
に
then you'll
上
get
が
this
見え
move.
た
That's
方がいい
doesn't
わ
work
け
that
で
way. It's a
すよ。
random thing. But if in your random
で、そうする
encounters
と
you find a piece
こう
of
いう乗
information
翼
that
配置の
unlocks
飛
a
行機っ
mission for
て
you
なん
called the
か
Mantis.
操縦しにくそう
I
だなと
recommend
思っ
you
ちゃう
do
んで
that
すけ
mission
ど、
as
よ
quickly as
く
possible.
考えたら
I won't say why,
普
and
通
I
に
won't say
こう
what
な
it
んていうの
is.
かな、まっすぐ
But if
その
you
極秘
randomly
飛行と
encounter a
か
mission in
せ
your
ず
quest
に
log called the Mantis,
あ
I
の
recommend that's
ご
definitely
く
worth
ご
your
く
while
まっ
to check
と
that
う
one
な
out and to do that.
輸送手段の一つとして考えた場合ですね。
Have you found that one yet, Blue? Or was that
あっちの上についてた方が下が見やすくて
you'd remember it
いいん
if
です
you
よ
did,
ね、
I'm
よ
pretty
く考
sure.
えたら。
Slip says I have that
こ
mission.
うこ
I'm
の
gonna
飛
go
行
do
機
it now.
下側に羽がついてるじゃないですか。
Yeah.
だからコックピットより上が見やすいんですけど、
Yeah,
普
oh
通に
yeah,
まっ
I've
す
got
ぐ
about
飛んで
I've got
て
about
景
30
色
different
見よう
missions
と
on
思
my
った
quest log
ら
right now that I haven't touched
乗
yet.
翼配置の方が多分下はよく見えるんですね。これ羽が邪魔で下見えないですもんね。
A little bit, mainly just to defend myself on the way.
まあ、いくらコックピットの前回りに、
Uh,
羽がないのでいいですけど、だいたい
So
こ
don't say
の
nothing.
単
Don't say,
発の
don't say uh-oh and then say nothing.
軽飛行機って
I mean, you'll see in 10 minutes, probably.
キャノピーのあたりに割と重心が近いから、主翼のだいたい前から4分の1ぐらいのところ
I landed on
付
someone's
近
house.
に
So that's a yes.
重心があると考えてほぼ差し支えないんです
Yeah,
よ。
I mean, from
で
down.
そのあたりに車輪の前と後ろの間に重心は
And I know it's a lot of time in the future.
入らないといけなくて、で重心に近いほど丈夫なタイヤじゃない、着陸のタイヤっていうか着陸装置じゃないといけないので、まあ割とそれでも重心がどこら辺か大体わかるんですよね。で、プロペラ機の場合は前ここエンジンがすぐプロペラの後ろについてて重いので、でこんな形になってるわけですよ。でもまあ大体主翼の大体前から4分の1ぐらいのあたりに重心が来るように設計してあるわけです。で、ジェット戦闘機の場合はお尻のとこにエンジンがついてるんで、お尻のとこが重いんですよね。あ、でっかい街だな。なので、後ろの、なんていうのかな、車輪、集客が頑丈になってて、ここら辺のちょっと前ぐらいに、ジェット戦闘機の場合は重心があるんですけど、なんで、キャノピーからだいぶ遠いですね、重心。だから、主翼とあんまり干渉しなくて、周りはまあ見やすいと思います。
No, I get you. And you and I had the same problem, and we each came up with different solutions to it.
And yes, you built a new ship.
I built a new ship with a ton of cargo hold space. That's exactly how I did it.
Listen, I did that too. So I built the outpost first to be like a cargo. Because honestly, what I want to do is like space truck. But so I built the place,
だって別にそんなにたくさんいらんっていうところはデタラメにたくさんあって、街の旗がちょっと欲しいなと思うところには全然立ってないっていう。大きな街ですね。
And then so there, I'll just make a cargo ship. So I make this massive, and after the stream's over, I'll
Oh, hang on.
この屋根
sorry to
瓦
interrupt
が
one sec. There is a
赤
runway
色っ
here
ぽ
for
いの
touch and
も
go. Let me line up on the final. I
ちょっ
got
と
all distracted by this Starfield talk
ヨ
and missed this
ー
runway.
ロッパっぽいです
Almost
ね。
missed the
Bad pilot is
airfield.
bad. Gotta focus on flying.
Focus on the airfield, not the starfield.
Yeah. All right, sorry, Blue. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I built a massive, ridiculous,
なんかここいいとこですね。
overcompensating starship for cargo, and I'll never feel like this is too big. But yeah, it's again, you can play the game how you want to play it.
No, I think you have the right idea for it, building outposts rather than a master ship. Because the problem is I keep looting more and more things, and my cargo and my storage needs keep getting larger, and eventually you get to diminishing returns on your ship, where the more cargo space you add, the bulkier, heavier, less maneuverable, and slower your ship becomes. And so there is a point where it's no longer worthwhile to keep adding more cargo space to your ship. So I probably do need to add an outpost at some point just to store all my stuff.
スウェーデンは
Question in chat was what's the IK of this airport?
スウェーデンはサーブ社の飛行機グリペンってやつですね。
And also a question for chat.
タッチング
This
全然
city
大丈
we're near.
夫大丈夫っぽいですな。
And any history on it? I don't know.
Slip's asking if we'll fly to Sao Paulo. It's their city. Sadly, not on today's flight plan. In fact, when I was making the flight plan today, that was my original intent. Slip was I wanted to do a flight from Sao Paulo to Rio, but we would have to fly too fast of an airplane to do that in 2 hours, and I wanted to have a nice. What's that? Not a Dark Star, but something faster than I really wanted to fly the DV20 because it had like the green and yellow livery. I wanted to have something with Brazilian colors, and I built the flight plan around that, and so unfortunately we couldn't do Sao Paulo to Rio, but that was my original idea.
C160 はターボプロッチじゃなかったかね。
This will not be the last time. I think this is our second time on Community Fly on Friday we've done a flight to Brazil. Certainly won't be the last. We'll be back here for sure.
I'll say this about Brazil. In my time of being a part of the flight sim community, in various, not just Microsoft Flight Sim, but in multiple different games or multiple different flight sims, I've noticed that Brazil has a very passionate and strong flight sim community. Like it's not just a few people. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people in the country of Brazil and South America who are very interested in flight sim. They always come out too. They always show up whenever you're flying. Very nice. Definitely have to come back.
いかが自分も繰り返こう
Alright, I know you're not going to see it, but I'm
I'm about to touch down.
ビーチクラフトボナンザセスナ172
nice long runaway here.
Nice.
また追い風側から着陸しちゃったのか。
Like a certain
ダ
finesse.
メにも程があるな。
Ooh, that was again I floated halfway down the runway, but I was right on the center
全
line.
然この機
Oh,
聞いたことが
F's
な
in
い
the
けど、
chat
なん
for
か
that
かっこい
inverted
い
cup.
あれが
Yep, I just
Upside down on the runway.
I just rolled right by him.
Despite the fact that I used half the runway to land, that was very smooth and right on the center line. And obviously I was able to take off with plenty of room to spare, so no big deal in this katana.
It actually been pretty nice to land from the opposite direction with this water right here. A nice little landing.
Hey, Peter, how's your stream coming through now? Actually,
Oh,
it looks good on my end. It looks really smooth.
This is
Is it
exactly
caught up?
where I am right now.
ブラジル
It's caught up.
ブラジルって言うとアマゾン
and blue, I see you're
アマ
coming
ゾンの
through
イメ
again
ージがあります
too.
な。
I'm
ア
getting
マ
low
ゾ
frames
ン
per
はす
second
ご
from
いです
blue,
か
but
らな。
let's see if at least the position is correct.
お揺れる揺れる。
I am just departing over the beach, yeah, so I think your position's correct, but yeah, it's still getting low FPS. Actually, hold on.
Oh, actually, no, you're back up to
Oh,
30 frames per second now, too. Okay, whatever issues we were having earlier appear to have
Oh,
resolved themselves.
プロ
And I did nothing to fix it. I took absolutely no action, and it just
え
fixed
防
by
衛して
itself.
たような気がす
They
る。
say doing, and they say doing nothing is not productive.
Right.
Oh, by the way,
waiting.
Blue, I've got you in sight. There
下駄
you are.
履きでしたっけ
Over to my 10 o'clock.
Sweet.
なんか海の着陸できそうだから下駄履きに変えたかな。
You never got that
さっ
figured
きは
out.
下駄履きじゃなかったような。
Yep.
He is a genius.
Right.
お
Just
下駄
wait.
履きの飛行機はかっこいいですな、やっぱ。なんかちょっとあんまりかっこいい飛行機じゃないと言ってましたが、ギターを履くことによって
Well,
やっぱギターを履か
just
せ
by
るって言い
sitting
ます
here,
からね。
maybe,
か
the
っ
being
こよく
pretty
なるん
hard,
でし
I
ょう
don't
ね。
know if I'd agree with that.
I mean, you do kind of rock those glasses and heads.
I mean, sitting here and looking ridiculous, maybe.
Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
I do it for the lulz. I'm committed to this bit 100%.
If you're flying live weather,
the crosswind is
crazy.
Yes. I wouldn't. In real life, I would stay on the ground actually.
You know, there was.
Look at the water waves down there. You can tell us how much wind we're getting.
Yeah, it's and tailwind as well. No, I wouldn't have flown here in real life.
There was one time about a month ago it was just way too hot in Vancouver, and I couldn't. It was just too hot for me to wear my costume. So I just wore a normal outfit on the stream, and people in chat got upset. They're like, "CD, where's your costume? You look so different." And I was like, "Okay, can't do that again." So the sacrifices I make for my art.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why, like in my streams, I thought about the idea of like something to wear, like as a signature. Like I know I do the glasses thing, I don't do it all the time. And I was like, if I do it, I know that people are used to it, and they get mad when I don't do it. If I don't feel like doing it, if I don't feel like putting on that shirt or that,
well, I'm going to tell you the story about why I wear this silly costume on the stream. 3 years ago, almost to the day, like the 2 weeks after Microsoft Flight Simulator launched in August of 2020, I decided I wanted to start streaming it on Twitch. I'd never been a Twitch streamer before. It was a brand new thing for me. I just decided being a real pilot and having traveled extensively around the world, I thought I had something kind of unique to add to the community and talk about aviation, talk about global travel. And I thought, okay, no one knows me. I don't have an established audience. If I was a viewer and I was scrolling through different Twitch channels in the Microsoft Flight Simulator category, what would make me click on someone's stream if they had 2 viewers and make me want to watch them? And then I had the idea. I was like, well, I'll have a gimmick. I'll dress up like a stupid 1920s old-timey aviator, and that will entice people. Because you see my webcam thumbnail, that will entice people to click on my stream because they think, hey, that guy looks like he's having fun. That looks like an interesting stream. I'll click on that one.
Or I'll click on that one to leave a nasty comment, but then still mission accomplished, right?
And I did that, and then it sort of became my trademark. And then now it's expected that I have to dress up this way every time I do a Twitch stream.
Part of the
要するにそういうヤブみたいなところに盛り入れますよっていうことですね。
Like going to McDonald's and not getting fries, So. That's actually a good point though for people who are thinking of starting with Twitch.
なんかここ見た覚えがあるような気がしたりしなかったけど、体調の終わりにだいぶ飛行機が集まってきましたね。
Find something that makes you unique and also attracts new viewers because the hardest part is getting new people to watch.
家庭内暴力20号。
Especially scrolling through Twitch, scrolling through YouTube. It's like, why would somebody click on my video versus someone who has
本当はその名前じゃないですね。DV20。
Surly Dev, yes, I did see that image. Very funny. Tiggertail says, it worked for me. I clicked. Also for Factual Gull's stewardess role playing. Yeah, exactly. Fair. Jetty says that's the exact reason I clicked your fly-in stream CD. Yeah, exactly. Like it works. Like it works on YouTube too. And as much as I hate this, and Blue, you're a YouTube creator, so you probably hate this as well. But you see people, a lot of YouTubers, to get more clicks, they'll make a thumbnail with the content creator making a stupid face on the thumbnail. And it's so dumb, and I hate it.
I hate it too.
It works. It brings in the views. And so if you're someone whose full-time job is making videos on YouTube, and that's how you earn a living, you've got to do everything you can to bring in viewers, or else you're leaving money on the table.
And you're competing against those people.
本当にこのエクストラの330っていう飛行機もなんか楽しい飛行機ですよ。
Yeah, so I have the actual, like the old ones, where YouTube would select a single frame and display that. I still have that functionality, so it disables the actual custom thumbnails.
How did you do that?
I don't know. It was just an extension, and I installed it, and I love it because I hate those faces with a passion.
Yeah, I also hate them. So Elkin David says those faces on thumbnails make me avoid the YouTube video. It feels like clickbait. So it absolutely is clickbait, and there is a subset of viewers who will avoid them. I hate them as well. I think everyone hates them, and yet they work. That's the problem, right? They work.
I'll say this: is like they're clickbait. Yes, they're clickbait. Honestly, every thumbnail is clickbait.
They are.
The idea of getting somebody to click on your video is baiting them in.
トムキャットだ。
I think the term clickbait has a bad rap because there's people who have
追いか
thumbnails
けても
saying
追
that
い
they're
つか
doing
ないの
something
で、
crazy, but then in
ゆ
the
っくり
video
飛ん
they're
でる
actually
ところを見計らって
and
パ
that's
クッ
like
と見る
the
しかない
real
で
like
す
kind
ね
of。like the deeper negative meaning of clickbait. It's like, all right, does your thumbnail say what you're actually doing, or are you just putting this because it's
システム
like, you know it's gonna
172
get people to click on it, right? And so every thumbnail is clickbait because you want people to click on the video, you want people to pay people in. But you want to make sure if you put it in your thumbnail, that you deliver on that thing that people came in expecting to see.
この飛行機がいるということは体調
Now,
が
as far as the
I'm gonna
cringy
give you another-
faces,
ですか
go
I'll give
ahead.
you another shout out for your YouTube channel. Start in the chat. Go like, follow, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Do all the things every YouTuber asks you to do in every video on Blue's channel.
そういうなリバリーも結構たくさん出てるんですよね。あんまりたくさん出てすぎて買ってない
I
です
was
け
gonna
ど。
say, since we're talking about it,
あん
I
まり
can't
た
say
く
I've
さん買
never
って
done
て
it.
であんまり人数が
Most of your videos
星つけてる人の数がいないので
Most of your videos don't have it.
どれ買ったらいいかわかんないですね。
Yeah,
大
most
勢
of
買
them, I have a couple
ってるやつを買うのが効率がいいじゃないですか。他の人のやつ見るの。だけど
and it worked, like you said, like
たく
it's
さん
like,
売ってるんですけ
do
ど
I like that? Would I prefer to do something different?
特
Yeah.
別
Would I
大
prefer
勢
to
買
put
って
like
る
a
ってやつ
product
がな
on
く
a
て
table, on a thumbnail, and take a picture?
私みたいに
Yeah,
ウ
I
ォ
would
ッ
prefer
チ
to
ン
do
グを
that.
楽しむものにとっては
And yeah, face thing, it works. I'll tell you,
若
people
干
who
購
are
入が難しいこ
interested
と
in
に
YouTube secrets. It's not really a secret, but the face thing is big, but also pointing. Either pointing with a finger or an arrow.
Yeah, the
You'll
red
never
arrow.
look at thumbnails again the same way. If you never noticed it before, you'll notice
じゃあ
it
ビッ
forever
じゃい
now. But it was like the cute thing. The human eye is attracted to other human eyes. When you scroll down a page and there's a human face with an eye looking towards the camera, you look at that eye. Same thing with an arrow. Your eyes are
親みたいな
attracted
の
to
が
arrows. Trained that way. So that's why people
海
do
の
that.
字みたいな
And it does work. Now you can make it ugly and obnoxious as you want.
砂浜じゃいでも今南半球なのでブラジルは冬ですね。皆さんお間違いなきよう。冬ですからね。日本の感覚じゃないですよ。まあもう春に近づいてきてますけどね。もう今日彼岸ですから。でも何しかブラジルは
I
南
just
半球な
want to
の
point
で
out here.
冬
Look
で
at
ご
this
ざいます。
long, beautiful white sandy beach we're flying over. Stretches all the way down the
冬っ
coast.
つ
Look
っ
at
て
that. As
も
far as
緯
I
度は
can
そ
see
んな
from the
に
horizon
低
backwards
く
to
な
the
いのか
horizon
な。あ
ahead.
んまりそんなに
What
寒
a
くは
what a
ないか
beautiful
もしれない
beach
で
this
す
one
ね。
is.
ニュージーランドとかあっちの方行くと雪があってびっくりしましたけどね。
Yeah, Ghostly Friend mentioned in the chat. Don't forget the silly arrows and circles pointing at absolute nonsensical parts of the thumbnail. Yep.
Yep.
So
I mean, there's
the
a
Chrome
psychology thing here, though, right? Like
It is. It's all psychology. That's what advertising is. Advertising itself is psychology.
You know, if now, Blue, question for you. I actually don't know the answer to this. Are you a full-time
車輪がある
YouTube
から
content
全
creator?
然
Is
安
that how
心
you
で
earn
す
your
な。
living, or do you have like a day job as well?
I have a day.
You do, okay. So there are people out there though that they make their living. They do nothing but create videos for YouTube, and so they need to be intimately aware of how to get people to click on their video, because that's how they make their living. That's how they put food on their table. And so if you're not using every deceptive, underhanded tip and tactic, that's actually hurting your bottom
砂
line.
浜じゃ
And so, as much as I hate it, I do actually sympathize a little bit for the people who have to resort to these things, because that's how they make their money.
今年は海行
And
か
I
な
will
かった
say,
んや
in。the defense of that as well,
来
is
年は
that,
行こうかな。
well, not even in defense, but like you don't have to do that to be successful. I don't want anybody to think that you have to put your face or a face or circles and arrows and bright
最近フライ
neon
ト
colors
シミュ
on
レ
the
ーターばっ
thumbnail
かや
that
ってる
actually
から。
that is not the case. You just have to know your audience, know what they want to see, and put that in your thumbnail. And obviously make it relevant to what you're
コ
talking
ロナ
about.
の頃より巣ごもり需要になってる気がする。
The creator about this the other day. When they see your thumbnail, they know exactly what to expect.
巣ごもり需要ってどういうこ
And they're like, there's certain things
Oh,
that you'll see, like,
yeah.
if you're really interested
とラ
in
ジ
like
コン操縦難しい。
for example, and someone posts a video of them doing an A350 flight into some really cool airport, and they have a thumbnail of an A350 close-up shot, and without a doubt, that's an A350.
Yeah.
From far while you're scrolling through, that's A350. I don't care what he's doing with the A350. I'm clicking on that because that's the audience, right? And so this is the other
お
thing.
やっ
about
ぱビー
making
チを
fun
飛び
of
たい
is
人
that
たちも結構いますな。
audience
続
also
々
sees
と
Are we landing here to refresh?
ビーチランを楽しんでいらっしゃいます
Yes,
ね。
this is a touch and go right here.
Sweet.
仲間仲
Bring
間
it。
お
down.
J52 だ。ユンカース52。
Yeah, yes.
Oh, is Jane here?
J ってなんか U って読むんですよね。Y の発音。インディ・ジョーンズもなんか言ってたな、そういえば。
Hello, Jane.
You know this there?
Stand by, folks. Let me add Jane's video to the stream. 1 second. I may have to skip this
Right
touch and
here.
go while I'm doing this.
All right, coming down in the grass. Get this little down. Oh yeah.
All right, welcome,
Sunny.
Jane. Let's confirm. Can the chat hear you?
Hello. We know. I know there's interesting
No.
thing where I'm super loud sometimes, so let me know.
Yeah, you are pretty loud
久
to
しぶ
me.
りに声を。
Well,
You're quite vocal right now. Yep.
I'll push this away. Hey, what's up, everyone? Nice to see ya. What have I missed? How's the flight been?
Flight's been good. We've been talking. The latest conversation has been about YouTube thumbnails and how they're clickbaity and why
I heard
YouTube
about that, yes.
Yeah, why YouTube creators do the things they do. For example, making stupid, ridiculous faces in the thumbnail image to make you click on it.
しかし風
And
が
as
強い
much
けど、
oh,
素晴らしい
Blue
天
has
気
been
You
a
didn't see
hard
that?
one.
You didn't
Oh,
see that?
Ooh.
You what?
I wasn't even landing. I was just taking off.
Yeah, I guess if it gets results, you do it even when you don't want to, right?
Yeah. And so what I was saying is, as much as I hate it, and it drives me crazy when I'm scrolling through YouTube and looking at what the algorithm is recommending that it thinks I will want to see. Whenever I see a video with a creator making some dumb face and the
どのく
title
らい
of
の
the
スピー
video
ドで
is,
飛んでいらっしゃるのか。
you know, like a very clickbaity title, like a top
Yeah.
a list of top 5 things you missed in whatever, or
Mm.
things like that. I can't stand it, and yet it does work. Like psychologically, it does entice me to click on it, and I feel deceived by it, but I still do it.
I'll
We
say
get
one
it.
thing that
近づく系
one
だ
thing
よ
that
ね。
doesn't bother me is when someone makes a video about the same thing or like no new information, but makes it sound like it's new information.
Mm,
Yeah.
You know those,
See
yeah,
that
I
a
know
lot.
we all know those videos.
definitely.
フォックスブラザーズ
Englewood said, thumbnail Starfield beaches smell of gasoline. Question mark?
Yeah, we were also talking about Blue and I were geeking out about Starfield for a little bit. We've both been playing that a lot over the last week.
Yeah.
Actually, nice
We're
summary.
both definitely holding back. We can probably talk about.
I was like, I can't believe that's not the entire stream's topic.
Yeah.
But, you know,
I'm
and
trying
then
this is
to
a
bring it
flight
back.
sim stream, huh?
we also been talking about the beautiful beaches in Brazil, including the one right
Ooh.
below me here as I come in on
Yeah.
short final to this grass strip. And then the smell of
Gee.
gasoline. I might have missed that conversation. Well, look at this, an F-14 about to do a touch and go on this grass strip. No arrestor cable here, though. That's
I wish I
Maybe
knew
a wire down
all the
there.
luck in the world.
Thanks, Captain Eagle Nest. Wait, so,
I'm right
has
behind
anyone
you.
here been to Brazil?
Blue
I
has.
have.
You have? When?
Yes. 3 times
Oh my gosh.
years ago.
Tigger says,
Dude.
10 skills he must take in Starfield, one that's completely broken. That's great title.
You know, I'm setting myself up for the last landing today is going to be a disaster for me. I can tell it already because I've had 3 really beautiful smooth landings in a row, and so I'm due for an absolute fail coming up now.
I'm honestly
体調発見。
I have a fun game you can play in the chat. I think they have a lot of fun with this. Can you think of some really fun, like just clickbait titles for either Microsoft Flight Sim or Starfield?
Yeah, do it for Microsoft Flight Sim. Let's
Yeah,
let's
do
hear
Microsoft.
some chat.
おーお
You
はよ
can
うご
come
ざい
up
ま
with the
す。
best clickbait
かっこいい
title,
飛行機
and
乗ってお見えですな
we will
Jane
collectively
might make a
decide.
video.
ブラジル、
And
ブ
then
ラ
they will
ジ
make
ル
a
ですよ。
video
ブラジ
on
ル
it.
採用してんだよ
I
な。
actually have an
On
idea.
TikTok.
I've got an idea.
On TikTok, yeah.
No, I'm not
Where
throwing
anything goes.
shade at anyone on YouTube. I want to make that very clear. So if there is a YouTube creator out there that has already done this, I'm not deliberately insulting that person. I have not seen this myself, but I'm going to throw out an idea for a very clickbaity flight sim video.
じゃあ隊長に
the video title was will be something like, "We landed this all caps plane at this all caps airport."
Yes.
And the thumbnail, thumbnail will be the Antonov AN-225 on about to touch down at Paro. What's the one in the Caribbean, the shortest airport in the world?
Sabah.
Yeah.
I'm about to Google it. I guarantee.
I'm so sure someone's done that. That's
yes,
hilarious.
And then Rainbow Six Chavez says red arrows on the plane in the airport. Yeah, exactly.
久しぶりにコミュニティマネージャーのもう一人の女性の方、ジェーンさん。
Oh
現
my
れた
god,
ので、
that video already
なんか
exists.
花が咲いてるっぽ
Okay,
い
wait,
感
we
じで
got
ご
some
ざいま
titles
す
here.
ね。
Inglewood says, "What Microsoft Simulator does not tell you?" Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good
5 things you will not believe CDL did in Microsoft Flight
ま
Simulator.
あコミュニティのアイド
I
ル
should
なんで
make
しょう
that
か
one.
ね。
Oh, that's good.
CD was flying to Rio. ... You'll never believe what happened.
I will click on all these.
1,337 things you wish you knew before crashing your plane in Microsoft Flight Simulator 20. Great. 5 facts about Kiribati you didn't know yet. Your mind will be blown.
Wait, what? What was that?
5 facts about Kiribati you didn't know yet. Your mind will be blown.
I've got another. Inquest has got one here. They're adding this aircraft to Flight Simulator 2024.
And the thumbnails are silhouette.
Yeah.
And the video is, we don't actually know yet. Here's the ones from the trailers.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, it's so right.
I've got another
隊
one.
長
I've
の
got
声
another
が
one.
いなくなってまいりましたね。
Double your frame rate in
Shana.
Microsoft Flight Simulator with this one simple trick. And then the thumbnail will show the FPS counter showing like 210 frames per second.
No,
with
you gotta
a
do
red
that
with a red
300.
arrow pointing with a big red arrow pointing to that
Mhm.
FPS counter.
You gotta get the big red arrow in there.
Yeah.
Put
And
the
then
red arrow
this
on
I
it.
have made all these thumbnails that you so desperately hate. I've done it all, definitely.
then the simple trick will be reduce your resolution from 4K to 1080p.
Set your render scaling to 25%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like most of us would click on these.
Yeah.
We would click on them. I click.
I would click too. Oh my god.
Hidden MSFS tweaks they don't want you to know about. I love it. Planes are actually real.
I got one. Hidden Starfield ship.
同じコンソール難しい。
Ooh. Wait, is that a real video you're
Exactly, you don't know.
Sorry, criminal pilot.
I actually have the same as Criminal Pilot. You're making me very uncomfortable because I'm all
love it.
get it away from me.
I can't wait to see Blue's next YouTube video. It's gonna be one of these titles, and I'm
I'm
gonna be so
scared.
happy.
You guys are brainwashing me right now. I'm gonna end up doing it not even on purpose. I knew chat would just take off on this. I love
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
I mean,
of
it's such an
everybody.
easy thing to parody, right?
Mhm.
But the problem is, it's like I hate like this. Like
ドイツ軍かな
the
昔
human
の第
psychology.
二次
Like
世界
we're
大
all
戦の
we all have dumb
ド
monkey
イツ軍の
brains.
編
We're
隊
all
飛
like
行の位置取
we
りが
just see
こん
red
なもん
arrows
か
and stupid
な
faces and clickbait
確か
video titles. And no
翼
matter how much the rational thinking side of our
こっちの
brains
飛行機の頭
knows
と
we're
相手
being
の飛行機の後ろまで
and
に
we
多
know
分
we're
1
gonna be
メー
let
ター
down
ぐら
by
いあっ
whatever
て
we click on, we still click on it.
翼が
You
の
know,
端っこ
you
と
know
端
one
っ
thing
こ
that I
が
noticed
触
that
れ合
I'm
う
actually
ぐらいじゃなかったか
probably
な
will
高さはど
like,
のぐらい違った
like,
のかちょっと
you
覚えて
don't
ないけ
complete
ど
the sentence. That's your title.
Oh yeah, I've seen that too. Or
Oh, yeah.
it's like in all
前にいる
lowercase.
飛行機の
Yeah.
翼の外
Then
側
you
にい
just
るのは
start a
ね
sentence. So you're like, wait,
Like,
what?
when I
後ろの
was
飛行
first
機にとっ
learning
て
like
有利なんですよ
algorithms, I always thought like, you gotta have all these keywords.
前の人の翼が
And your title was
こ
like,
う
there's plenty of people out there making videos who
翼
just say,
端から渦を巻いていて
here's a tree.
外側は下から上に
Or like what I'm doing it, what I did
風が
yesterday.
吹き上がる
Stuff
ような
like that.
形になる
One
の
thing I did
で
learn is that putting
それ
something
に
just
乗
like
るので
regular
まあ
English is actually
後ろの飛行機は、
Yeah.
上昇気流に乗った
Hot
感
tip
じに
for
なるん
any
です
up
ね。
and coming
Don't sound like-
YouTubers out there.
Don't sound like a robot. You know what I mean? MSFS
そういう位置
2020,
関係なんです。
hit Fox landing. I don't know.
Like, was that a sentence?
You know, it's someone earlier in the chat. This was like half an hour ago, so I apologize. I don't remember who it is, but someone made a very sarcastic, what I assume was a very sarcastic comment, saying when I do Twitch streams, I like to have a very dull, monotone voice because it's really engaging for the viewers. And yet, one of my absolute favorite YouTube creators for both Flight Simulator and Starfield, Obsidian Ants,
Yes.
he has a totally
But it's like
monotone voice.
calming though.
Right, but I would
Yeah.
listen to that guy read the phone book. He has got like the
Yeah.
best voice for YouTube.
Yeah,
Yes.
calming voice. I love his voice too.
It's like,
He doesn't-
it's like
like,
the
he's-
equivalent of Edinburgh doing.
Yeah.
Doesn't
But
matter how
he's
excited he
very
gets, he sounds the
It's like
same.
the Ken Burns of Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, he's like he's
やっ
not
ぱ
dynamic,
セスナ
he's not excitable,
182
he's
の
very you know, he
RG
reads at a slow pace.
あれ多いですな。
But he's so captivating. You know,
Yeah.
I will watch everything he puts out.
Yeah.
He also
Yeah, I
actually,
don't
I'll give
think
him a
it's
ton
too
of credit.
monotone. There's fluctuation.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, his channel is one of the channels that I look up to because like
Yeah.
what he does is in some ways similar to like just the diversity of the type of things he's into. Like every
Mhm.
game that he posts is a game that I already like. I'm like, we should
Yeah.
be friends, bro. Like, dude, come on.
Yeah.
You play this too? Like, let's go.
He is one of the very few successful YouTubers that I know of that doesn't use clickbaity titles and thumbnails either. Like, what you get when you
Nice.
click on one of his videos is exactly what you would expect based on the title and the thumbnail.
But his thumbnails are.
Yeah.
That's a great
こ
example.
の辺の塊は何に固まってるんだ
Can I break in this conversation for just a moment?
藤原の
Yeah.
塊
Yeah.
は。
So the last 4 minutes, the stream is frozen again.
Oh, I didn't even
Oh,
realize.
great.
And it's been on your.
No,
on your
nobody
six-pack.
noticed. I mean, even Chet. didn't notice.
It's been
There
on
we
Peter's
go.
6-pack the whole time.
Have we done fun Brazil facts yet?
We've done a few, but if you have more, Jane,
What have you
Brazil,
talked about so I
Big
don't just say all the same things?
The
Not
vastness
much,
of it.
honestly.
近未来的な乗り
The
物なの
vastness
で
of Brazil.
Yeah,
十
that's
分
about
超え
it.
できるんで
About
し
the
ょう
Amazon
ね
rainforests.
No. Give me
So-
some statistics about it.
one thing we didn't mention when we were talking about the size of Brazil, it's actually the 5th largest country in the world by landmass, and number 7 by
飛行機の
population.
たまに見るな
Oh wow.
持ってんのかな
60% of it is the Amazon rainforest.
Oh wow.
That's
Are we fly over any parts of it by chance?
Over the
Or on a
Amazon,
different side.
don't believe we've been made to find down the coastline, so
Okay.
not really the rainforest.
I feel like you probably already talked about this.
We haven't really actually.
not
この
really.
飛行機が出るってことは多分持ってない飛行機だな
Ooh, well, you've been there, Blue. So, what was your favorite?
I don't know any of the names. So
I-
you have like
Can you describe it? And
Yeah.
then I bet someone in chat will be like, "I know what that is. It's this."
my only food memory of Brazil is just the
Yeah.
way that they like the way the restaurants are set up. Like where I live,
Wow.
usually you go into a restaurant and sit at the table, you order your food.
Yeah.
And that's it. Then you leave. But when I went there, they had restaurants where it's like I'm not sure if you guys have been to
ビッ
Fogo
グ
de
ファイ
Chao,
ヤ
but like every restaurant is like Fogo de Chao. You go in, you pay to get in, you sit there, and they just keep bringing food. They just keep
Oh,
bringing food. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
the whole time you're sitting there, they just keep showing up. Like, I
Do
want
you
some pizza
order
place.
it all, or do they just bring?
No,
stuff
well
out?
you can request like I want like
Yeah.
for example, there's a pizza place I went to, and you can say, hey, can I get a cheese pizza? Yeah, we'll take one.
燃料もうちょっとしたらセンタ
Well,
ー
it's
タン
not
ク
just
に
for
切
you.
り
Like,
替え
it's
た
like a
な
whole cheese pizza comes out, and they give you as much as you want, and they take that to the next table see if they want it. So it's just like
Oh.
they make a bunch of pizzas and desserts as well, and they just go around the whole restaurant just like Fogo de Chao. It's all you can eat basically. It's kind of like a buffet, except you don't get to control where you know. So that's what I remember about
That's amazing.
Brazil because I know
Don't
probably
look
there's other
up
places
there.
like this in the world that does this, but that was my first
Mm.
time.
トムキャっていい感じに見えない
And it was a pizza joint. I was like, come on, like what?
Yeah.
Pizza.
Ocean is talking about a Brazilian
ちょっと
steakhouse. Yeah, so the
遅れたな。
Brazilian restaurants I've been to
また追っか
in
ける
Canada,
形になっちゃった
they are kind of like
黄
Brazilian
色は見え
steakhouses,
ま
and they're
した
like
が
what Blue was saying. It's all you can eat, and they'll
Eh,
come around to your
muscari
table
avevo
with kind of like
senso.
meat on a spit and a
Mhm.
carving knife, and then they'll give you a little piece of like a block of wood or a little signal on your table that's like green light or red light. So like if you're full, you put it on the red light, and if you want more food, you leave it on the green light, and that is the signal for the server to come to your table. And they'll come around with like different things. So like one spit might be Brazilian spice steak, and you'll say yes, I'll have some of that, and they'll carve a little bit on
The Fox
Yeah.
Brothers.
onto your plate. And then the next one might be like a glazed pineapple, and they'll carve you some grilled pineapple onto your plate.
ブラジル。
You know, or there's a salad. You know, they'll keep coming around with different types of meat, and so they'll keep coming around and just with a knife, and they'll just carve you some food directly onto your plate. And that's any Brazilian
want
restaurant
this.
I've ever been to. That's been the format.
Mm.
I assume not every restaurant in Brazil works that way, but at least the ones in Canada, they all have been that style.
Yeah, I don't think every single one is like that. Those flavors.
Mm.
I don't remember honestly much else food wise. Because when I was there for like an event, and they kind of like had catering and whatnot. So
Okay.
I woke up and just like they had food for us, so I didn't really go out to eat a lot.
Well, it says here the most famous Brazilian dish. Sorry if I butcher it, but it's feijoada, which is a rich, hearty stew that has black beans, different cuts of pork, tomatoes, cabbage, carrots, a ton of stuff in it. So it says that that's eaten pretty much everywhere in the country. Usually served with fried kale mixed with bacon bits. Ooh, rice.
I will say another thing that
Awesome.
seems to be a pretty big deal when I was there, at least with the people I was with.
Yeah.
And they have it in the United States now. They probably had it for a while, but it's called acai.
Mm-hmm.
People call it
Oh yeah,
acai.
yeah. Acai,
But
yeah.
acai, yeah. So it was like they had like a whole restaurant that's just acai, like different
Mm.
food, acai, stuff like that. And I didn't really like it that much. It wasn't on my taste. It wasn't,
It wasn't
Why,
for
I
you.
tried it, you know.
I
tried
love
it.
acai.
But this wasn't my favorite thing. But people I was there with, they loved it.
Mm.
Just on the street, walking. That was my first time ever having it. It was interesting.
So we'd be remiss to talk about Brazil and not mention the national obsession. What does everyone in Brazil love more than anything else in the world?
Sport.
Football.
Soccer?
Yes,
Football,
football,
sorry.
of course.
I was like,
Yeah.
football, I think. Yeah.
Football is the correct answer, and Brazil has
And
won a
racing.
record 5 FIFA World Cups.
Spitfire
Two kind of
ですよ。
dynasties. They in the sort of 1950s and 1960s,
大英帝
led
国
by
の
the
守護
great player
神。
Pele. If Pele is not the GOAT among football players,
このメーカーの
definitely in the
作り
top
方
3. I
かっこいいん
think
ですよ
Messi might have a
ね。
legitimate claim for that. Some people might say Ronaldo as well. But definitely those three, if you're going to argue who the greatest footballer of all
この
time
メ
is,
ー
it's
カー
going
に
to
ゼ
be one
ロ
of those
戦作
three.
ってほしいけども、見な
Pele
んか
led the
な。
first
ゼロ
Brazilian
戦興
dynasty
味ない
in
か
the
な。
1950s, 1960s. They won 3
あん
World
まりニー
Cups
ズ
in
ない
that
か
span.
な。
And then they had a sort of another renaissance of Brazilian football in the late 90s, or mid to late 90s, early 2000s. They won in both 94 and 2002. And also were in the
まあ
finals
サ
in
ンダーボルトとかも出て
98
ない
as
し
well.
な。
So 3 consecutive finals.
まあいっぱい
for
作り
Brazil
たい
in
の
that
はある
period.
かもしれないですしね。
Not getting some great results since then, though. Of course, yes, I see already in chat, Jane Kusi has brought up the disastrous Germany 7, Brazil 1 result
No.
in their home country of
Oh, no.
Brazil in 2014.
大変
Now,
ですよ
however, Brazilian players tend to have
あの
nicknames.
フ
A
ラッ
lot
ト
of
に
them
作
don't
る
go by
と
their real names. And there's a website
こ
where
の
you
楕
can
円翼
put
って
in
い
your
う
first
形
and
の
last name,
面積
and it'll generate what your Brazilian
まあ翼
football
端に
name
かけて
is.
の面積の
And so I put in one here.
比率が楕円になってるから楕円翼っていうんですけど、誘導抵抗っていう増波抵抗があって
All right.
理論上この楕円の分布の翼っていうのは この誘導抵抗っていう
your Brazilian name is
抵抗が一番ちっちゃくなる形なんです。で、スピッ
Pronounce
ト
it
ファイヤ
correctly.
ー、
I knew though.
その理論に基づいて楕円翼っていうのを
Oh
使って
my
るんですけど、
goodness. And,
作るのは大変なんですよね。丸く作らなきゃいけないから。
okay.
Yeah,
で、
Sim Tom, who's not
あ
here
との飛
today,
行機、
would be
なんていうの
Sirto.
かな。飛行機の翼をちょっとねじると、テーパー翼っつって、
How is it coming up with this?
直線的に先細りするような 強く。
Uh,
でも
blue
まあ
games,
まあまあ
you
似た
would
ような
be
性能が出せる
Gamimo.
ということで、
What?
第二次世界大戦の頃の飛行機は、
I want to
低
come up
パ
with
ー
like
翼が
chants
多い
for
です
all these
ね。
names.
ゼロ戦も先っぽが丸いから楕円翼だと思ってる人がいるかもしれないですけど、ゼロ戦は先っぽが翼
One's in
端の
chat
と
if
こ
you
ろ
want
が放
CD
物
to do
線
yours.
で
Yes,
丸くしてあ
please.
るだけで、
Oh,
実
oh,
際
apparently
ゼロ
the
戦は低
algorithm
パー
is
翼
not,
です。
that
もう前円と後円は
sophisticated,
直
'cause mine
線
is the
で
same as Sim Tom's. I would also
楕
be
円翼じゃ
Sears
ないんですね。
Aha.
There's a
Okay.
limited.
Yeah,
Extra
limited
E in there
selection.
though.
Now,
You
here's
just broke the
an interesting
algorithm.
one though. Look at this. 1 second.
スピットファイヤー。まあ実際の楕円翼の戦闘
And
戦闘機と
earlier,
か
Kermax
そんな
said,
には
"Hi
ないん
guys,
じゃ
I'm
ないですか
from
ね。
Rio. So glad to see my city. Welcome."
We're
Man.
about
イギ
to
リス
fly
の
over
人はこ
Rio
の
here in
飛
a
行機は
second.
まあ
Bon dia.
イギリスの誇りだと思ってんでしょうけど。
I think welcome is bem-vindo.
I think I had it right. in
まあまあ
front
イ
of me,
ギリス
the,
といえばスピットファイヤ
I think
ー、ハリケーン、
Translation.
戦
So
闘
look
機
at
は
this
そんな
one,
感じ
chat.
です。まあスピットファイヤーでしょうね、やっぱ
It
り。
is
ハ
sophisticated.
リ
Oh,
ケーンも
sorry,
結
that
構
disappeared. Also bring it
人
back.
気みたいですけど。
If I put in
Benvido.
Edson Arantes do Nascimento,
今でもフライアブル
Hope I
な飛
pronounced
行
that
機が
correctly.
結構あって、ツイッターとかでも
it
動画
correctly
が
identifies
流れ
that
てき
as
ま
your
す。
Brazilian soccer name would be Pele.
Pele.
That is Pele's real name, and then of course that is his Brazilian football name.
Welcome is Benvindo.
Can you shoot your my screen? See?
Bem-vindo. There you go.
I don't have your stream coming through at the moment, Peter.
You don't,
unfortunately.
of course.
まあドイツ
So
の
when I
戦
went to
闘機
Brazil,
なら
I still have
This
it
for me.
right now.
BF109 と FW190 が双璧で
Ooh.
しょう。
And it it kind
飛
of
行
works.
機には
It
イギリ
wasn't
ス
enough
も
to
ドイツも
communicate,
もっと
but
あの
I could say I could say hi.
高性能っていう
Yeah.
か新型機を出していきますけど
Whenever
ね
I go to another country, I usually won't really know it.
That is a smart idea. I just looked up
イ
Taz.
ギリス
Thank
だっ
you
た
for
らなんだ
joining
テンペ
us.
ストとか
Obrigado.
Obrigado por ser.
あと何があったっけな台風とか
Juntarnos. Juntarnos.
Did see a comment in the chat there asking to put in Simtom's real name. We're not going to use anyone's real name. We don't want to dox anyone on the stream. So we're putting in everyone's sort of online
ド
nicknames.
イツだとジェット機が出てきますからね後期には
Did not do Wombies.
Zombies.
Well, the problem is you need to be like two, like would it be like first name
メッサー
Wom,
シュミッ
last
ト
name
262
B?
かな
Oh, yeah.
シュバルベ
Yeah, you can put in a first
シ
name
ュバ
and
ルベ
last
と
name.
したり
Try it,
シ
see
ュ
what
バルベ
happens.
とし
First
た
name
り
Wom,
ま
last
あ
name
ドイツ語のカタカナ読みなので
That's a cool name.
Wombly.
読み
I think I
方は
see
い
the
ろいろ
statue
なんですが
I'm almost over it.
Yeah, I'm coming up to it. I know where it is. As we again, we're coming up to Rio, and of course the Christ the Redeemer statue, most famous
あと
landmark,
なんか
I would say,
前後に
inarguably in all
プロ
of
ペラあれ何
Brazil.
だったかな DO
Easily
ロルニエ
recognizable
の
by
3
anyone as if you see it as an
335
establishing shot
フ
in
ァ
a
イルとかい
movie,
う飛行機が
you
あるん
right
です
away
ね
know you're in
ちょっ
Rio
と
as soon as you see that
色
statue.
物になっちゃうんですけど前後にプロペラがあって
We have hello from South Apulia in
プロペラの
Salento.
戦闘機は
Hello.
でもまああれかな
Also,
Benvindo.
one of the other most famous landmarks in all of Brazil. So
ドイ
famous
ツ
there have
は
been songs written
な
about
ん
it.
かに
Very
言っ
famously,
て
if you look to my 11 o'clock, that
BF109
beach you
と
see,
Mm.
that is
ホッケールフ
Copacabana.
の FW190 で戦い切った感じかな
Look at that.
ホッケールフは途中でクールエ
It
ン
is
ジ
from
ン
a
か
famous
ら
song, which the song I believe was actually
液冷エンジンに乗
was
せ
it
替
written
え
about the
て
club or about the beach? Because there's
まあ
also a
機種
club
が
in
す
New
ごい
York
長
called
くなって
Copacabana.
I think it was actually the club. But
Yeah.
高性能化を果たしてますからね
Too bad.
But the club was named for the beach, and then the
So
song was named for the
indirect.
club.
Indirectly,
TH5 とか
yes.
クルトタンク
by
とか
proxy.
That is one of the most
ホッケールフの
famous beaches in the
設計
entire
士かなん
world,
か
the
がいるんですけど
Copacabana in
有名
Rio.
な
And then just past that is Ipanema, further along, straight ahead.
Mm-mm.
You want to know a quick funny story? When I
Yeah.
flew into Brazil, I was going to Brazil. Connected in Rio.
まあドイツはあとロケットとまあロケットの飛行機はその後あまり
Yeah.
So we left the airport, which
結局のところは主流にはなりませんで
And
し
we
た
caught
け
an
ど
Uber to go see the statue. First, getting the Uber was pretty difficult because we didn't know that language that well.
Mm.
Nobody speaks English there. But anyway, so we get there, we saw the statue, it was great, got pictures, it's amazing, it's really cool. But then
Mm.
getting back was the issue. So for whatever
ま
reason, we
あ、
had an
ドイツの
agreement
議
with
事
the
力っていうのはやっぱ
Uber
ちょっ
taxi
と
driver.
頭
Like,
一
hey,
つ
can you like stick around and
抜
you
け
can
て
take
い
us
た
back
ん
to the airport?
ではないでし
Like,
ょう
yeah,
か。
yeah, we got you, we're good, whatever, you know? And
で
then
まあア
when
メ
it's
リ
just
カ
time
は
to
技
leave,
術力
he's
っていう
gone.
か、
Nowhere to be
あ
What?
よ
Oh
り
no.
工業力がやっぱり
Oh
気
no.
が抜けてたん
We're
でしょう
stuck on
ね。
that mountain with the Redeemer.
Oh my gosh.
アメリ
And
カ
we can't find a
の
way
戦
back.
闘
All
機
the
はす
like
ごいいっぱいあり
Ubers
ます。
and shuttles that are going away from it are like leaving and they're booked. And we're like, how the heck are they gonna do that?
海軍別々にあ
That
りま
was
す
the
か
whole
らね。
deal. And then trying to
Ma.
communicate to someone, tell them our
Yeah.
situation was
著
really
名な
difficult. We
戦
didn't
闘
know
So
機
you
も
walked
相
down,
当
right?
な数になります。
No,
You
we did
climbed
eventually
down.
get-
You
we eventually
found the
somehow
glider.
found-
これあれじゃね
No, we I was gonna say we
有
faced
名
trucks.
な
Oh wow, impressive.
キリストの十字架の
Riding. Anyways, no,
十
but
字架じゃない
seriously,
わ。
we
石
somehow
金を
we gave
見
us
下
somebody
ろす。
who knew enough English
Yeah.
to get the ride down. But driving
あ、
in
これ
there
よ
just
く見
like
るや
breakfast
つだな。
was
なんかいろんな。
Is there service up
この
there
前 F15 でも見たけど
on、your
Oh,
phone?
like no.
ちょっと F15
Yeah, well,
がスピ
I
ー
think
ド
there
が
is
速いの。
because we're not from there.
こ
we
れ
just-
リオデジャネイロ
Oh,
の
okay.
街を見下ろしてるんじゃなかったでしたっけね。
There's
Ours.
just,
おー、よくできて
just
ま
below
す
my
な。
wing there, excellent view of Copacabana.
え
What you can't see are the literally thousands of beachgoers that are packing that beach at any
ー、
given day.
おー、
They
There's the
didn't even
clickbait
simulate
title
that.
for you, Blue, when
Shibarashi.
you make that video. Never believe how we escaped.
ブラジルのここら辺のリオの街もね、
そうですね
多分リオデジャネイロの街だと思うんですけど、
I was in
す
Rio.
げえでっかいで
Oh,
す
oh, you
よ
were。in Rio. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ブラジルもバカにはできません、やっ
Crafted
ぱり
Nameplate
There you go.
below it.
大きな。
And there it is. I'm going to do a flyby here.
Shinkoku
There's the Christ the
っていうのか。
Redeemer statue in the sim.
I think
やっぱ
in
それな
Sim,
り
I've
に
only
大
been
き
here
な
for like
おお、なかなか
much
ちゃんと
less than that.
顔もできてますな。
Whole region, mountain,
ブラジル。
city.
ブラジルちょっとおかしな人が
Airport
大
over
統
there
領
too.
になってるので、若干あれですけど
You
ね。
do see it when you
まあ
fly
今
in.
おかしな人が流行ってるのかもしれないですね。
Already working, Steven?
世界的に見て。
No, don't have it yet, Peter. But yeah, there it is. Most iconic and famous landmark in all of Brazil. And here it is in
おお、なん
Microsoft
かありが
Visor.
たい。ああ、ヘリコプター止めてる人がいる。
What would be the most iconic?
バチが当たるんじゃない
I
の
think it comes actually close to
Eiffel
each
Tower.
Eiffel Tower or the pyramids.
うんバー
Those
チャ
we
ルだ
like
か
to
ら大
guess.
丈夫か。バーチャルバチか当たるとしても。
This one as a good third then?
I mean, it's going to be in the top 10. You know, actually, that's an interesting question in the chat then. What would you say are the top 10? Now, only nominate one at a time in the
だっ
chat.
て筋
But
島
what would you
島
say
にな
are
って
the
ない
most
ので。
famous and iconic landmarks
お
anywhere
お、
in
びっく
the
りした。
world?
固まったかと思った。
Statue of
No,
Liberty.
see
Oh,
what-
that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah,
え
GPT,
ー、
let's go.
今見たなぁ。
World.
この街もでっかい街ですね。本当に
Rome
でっかい街。
Colosseum, yeah, that's a good one. Pyramids, yeah, definitely. You know, I think we could even do it by continent. So I'm going to say
ま
for
あリオ
Europe,
デジャネイロっていうとカーニバルって
let's say
い
the
う
Eiffel
街が
Tower,
有名で
maybe
す
the
けど。
Colosseum would be the top two.
Great
For,
Wall of China for China.
oh yeah, for Asia, Great Wall of China, or the Taj Mahal. For South America, definitely Christ the Redeemer, no
いや、
question.
いいもん見ま
For
したね。
North America,
あ、2機止
probably
まってる
Statue。of Liberty, or the Hollywood
ヘリ
sign.
コプターが。
Wow, I didn't realize that Hollywood Sign was such a big deal.
For
Australia would be the
Sydney Opera House, yes, Sydney Opera House for sure. Have we missed any? What other continents? Yeah, I think we got them all. Oh, Africa, pyramids.
Right, I keep forgetting that's in Africa.
The giant prawn in Australia.
Eagle says his
Did you say
backyard.
Machu Picchu?
For South America, yeah,
Yeah.
that'd probably be number 2 for South America after Christ the Redeemer.
Antarctica iceberg. That iceberg right there.
I'm doing a touch and go again.
Australia.
あ、
is the
隊長
giant
発見。
prawn.
なんかぐるぐる回ってる間にいつの間にかまた隊長を発見してし
All right,
ま
let me
う。
get back on
あ、
track
もうそろ
now.
そろ、燃料タンク
The stadium that you see
か
ahead, it's autogen scenery. It's not handcrafted, but this large stadium you see right ahead is the Maracana. It's the biggest football stadium in Brazil.
燃料タンクプロジェクト。
Site of the most attended sporting event ever in history, which was the World Cup final between Uruguay and Brazil. When it was hosted in Brazil, in the 1950s.
Yeah,
And sadly for Brazilian fans, you did not win that game. But again, this was the very beginning of the 3-win dynasty led by Pele. So if it's a consolation prize, he may have lost to Uruguay in that year, but he then went on to win 3 World Cups out of the next 4, I think.
View from this mountain, I'm just looking at it. I'm still circling. I just can't get over this view of the city.
Yeah.
あれ回転数があかんことになってるのなんでだ
So I believe it was.
エンジンが止まっちゃった
Someone in chat looked this up. How many people attended the World Cup final at the Maracana when it set the record for the most attended sporting event? I want to say it was like 200,000 people or close to 200,000 people were in the stadium packed in to see this event.
うん分かってきたんあれ外側タンクじゃ
Ah, the answer. At least 4.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I have a suspicion you're both right so far.
あれ燃料セレクター変わんねやっぱり治ってないのか
The
これ
Uruguayan player who scored the winning goal, I can't remember his name. He just died recently though, like in the last 5 years sometime.
アップデーで
But the Uruguay player who scored the winning goal in, I want to say it was 1954? Was that the year?
ああレディオなく
Was
なっ
not
ちゃうじゃん
Suarez, no.
あいつじゃん
In the World Cup in the 50s at the
中
Maracana
こ
when
こ
it
が
was
中
hosted
1
in
か
Brazil. He
なんか
famously
オープン
said
にしてたの
afterwards,
かなもしかして
again, this is the
間違
most
えて
attended sporting event ever. 200, like I believe it's close to 200,000 people that were in attendance. He famously said that in the history of the Maracana, only 3 people have ever silenced the crowd. Frank Sinatra, the Pope, and him.
Ah!
Wow.
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 Did he actually silence the crowd? So did he just
もう
say
だん
that?
だん日が暮れていく
Well, I
と
mean,
ころです
metaphorically,
ね
obviously, you
ブ
can
ラジ
imagine
ルは
how it was the World Cup final in Brazil. Brazil was playing. 200,000
そしてまあ日
people in
本はだん
attendance,
だん日
almost all of
が
them cheering for
夜
Brazil.
が明けていく
And
とこ
he
ろですか
scored
ら
a
ね
goal late to
So that's
give
what-
Uruguay the
Mm.
win.
Oof,
And so, yeah, you could see how that would take the energy out of the stadium.
right.
Right
タ
away.
ッチンゴーか
Yeah.
Oh man. We talked about Reno yet?
タッチンゴ
We
ー
haven't. We were waiting for you to join,
コー
Jane.
はい
So I'm going to do a touch and go here. Why don't you talk with Blue
Go.
about Reno?
体調についていける
And what's happening
か
Well, next week is the last air race in Reno Air Race series. For those who know it, probably if you follow this channel, you know it for sure. So several of us are going
高
to
いですねここから
air
の減
races
速
from
ですね
next Wednesday to Sunday. Really bittersweet for us. It's actually our 3rd year that we're going to be there, and of course the last one at airport.
おフラップありますな体調の
Because
飛
Blue
行機やっぱ
Games
り
here
ね
is joining us
いいな
for the
と思ったなん
weekend
かフ
to
ラップついて
hang
る飛
out.
行機
Blue, I know you
僕がこ
you
の
did
飛
some
行機にはないで
commentating
ご
on
わす
our last Reno event, and is this going to be your first time at the air races, or have you been before to the
ない
past?
のでごわすの
Yeah,
で
this is my first ever time
Ever.
getting to see.
Okay.
I've never been to Reno.
落ちた
never
方
been
々
to
だけど
air races. I'm super excited.
Yeah. What are you looking forward to? Is there any certain class or thing there that you're like, I gotta go see that? Gotta go see that thing.
No, I mean everything. I've never been there.
こ
So,
れ以上そ
I
こ
mean,
はできま
outside
せ
of
ん
what
よ
I
この
see
飛行
us
機
do
は
in Microsoft Flight Sim, what I've seen on YouTube, I don't really know what else to expect. You know,
赤いキットフォッ
I've
クス
been
の
to air
です
shows
ね
before. I've been to Oshkosh. Those are all been great events, but like this is completely different. And I'm just kind of honestly looking forward to seeing like air racing in person. I'm a big racing fan in general, like mainly with like cars and whatnot. So I've been to those events and just how like
I hear myself.
wait for the butter. Wait for the butter.
You know, Chad, that's now four landings in a row that were really nice ones. I'm absolutely doomed on the next one.
お隊長
You
やば
probably have a sea pit right before touchdown or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, so I've never been there. I don't really know what to expect, but I'm looking forward to seeing just planes racing. Like,
Yeah.
like
It's pretty wild, and I'm excited hopefully that you'll get to go down to a pylon and see it. It's so close. You feel the entire, like, for example, if it's a jet, probably with the jet class or the unlimited, you feel the whole thing and experience it right in front of you, and it is a crazy experience for sure. Marcio wants to know, are you gonna race?
If they let me.
Well, you know, if anyone is attending Reno, anyone in our viewers or anyone in the chat right now, we're gonna have a booth. You can come say hi, come meet me and Jane. We're gonna be there live at Reno. Stop by our booth, say hello. We'd love to meet you in person. And we're gonna have Microsoft Flight Simulator set up on 4 stations, and we're gonna have Reno mode configured. So
will Blue race? Yes.
Yeah.
In the sim. Probably at least once.
Yeah, at least once in the sim.
That's a promise.
Now, I'll tell you what I thought was the coolest thing I saw at Reno, and this was, I think, 2 years ago. They might have done it again last year. I don't remember though.
Barbecue parfait.
It was not the pulled pork parfait.
Okay.
It was not the pulled pork parfait. Although, Blue, you got to try that. If it's your one.
Don't do it.
Reno, no, you absolutely
Barbecue parfait.
They have it's the Reno specialty food in the grandstand. You can buy what's called the pulled pork parfait. I insist you must get it at least once. You don't need to finish it. I didn't finish it myself, but you had to at least try it. Anyways,
I'll accept it. I'll give it a try.
It's the classic Reno signature dish from what I was described. And you know, as I mentioned several times here on this channel, whenever I'm traveling, if there's a signature dish that is like the local specialty, I will always try that, regardless of what it is. No, but for me, the coolest thing I saw, the races, of course, themselves were amazing. That's not what I was going to say, though. The best thing that I saw at Reno was a U2 Dragon Lady doing a touch and go at Reno State Airport. That was so neat to see.
U2, yeah.
ちょっと失礼ですけど、若干中二っ
It's
ぽ
also,
いです
you
な。
know, Science Race is also an air show, so lots of cool planes. That
意
go
外
on
なこん
and
な
it's
失礼なこと言ってるのまた。
several days long. I hope there's no dust this
あ
week
まり
this
良
year.
くない
though.
こと
Oh yeah, the
It's kind of
forest
a
fires
bummer.
last
な
year.
ってしまい
Yeah,
ます。
the smoke killed it a lot.
So between Oshkosh and Reno, I think air shows are gonna be
Mm.
not gonna enjoy them the same.
Exactly. You're spoiled.
Right. But I know this is the last year for Reno, for Reno air races, but I'm hoping that they will continue like the idea somewhere else.
Yeah. So they've already
I'm
announced
hoping it doesn't die.
the National Championship air races have already announced that yes, this is the last year in Reno, but it's not the end of air racing in the United States, and they're taking bids from other cities to be the new host of the National Championship air races. And they say they've already received bids from several interested parties. So air racing is not ending, it's just ending at Reno, where it's been hosted since the 1960s.
Wow. And then whenever they announced that that was their last year in Reno, I was like, there's gotta be another city. Like, this is too
Yeah.
big of a deal. This is too important of an event as well. So like, just let it end because one city.
良い
Like,
です
you know
な
what I mean?
Right.
Like there's gotta be somewhere else. And
夕暮れだけどあんまり
Yeah,
夕
yeah, I
暮
can't
れ
wait to see
感
what's
はま
next
だ
for them, for sure.
Yeah.
And yes, we did talk about food, talked about Brazilian
夕日
steakhouses,
が
talked about the
夕
number
焼け
one
になっていないので、
additional Brazilian food there.
なんか空気感はとても良いですね。素晴
Talked
らし
about
い。
acai.
What about football? All right, chat.
Mhm.
Now, I realize I'm opening ourselves to some recency bias here, because I'm guessing a lot of our viewers have probably never seen Pele play. But chat, who is the best between Pele, Messi, and Ronaldo? Who's the best?
Do you want to do a number system or
Oh.
have them type it?
Or,
スピー
Ink,
ド
if
ファイ
you're
ア
here,
が
can
護
you-
衛に
can you
入って
create a
ま
poll
した
for
よ。い
that?
つの間にか。
I don't know if Ink's still in the chat.
まあ、ロイヤルエアフォースが護衛してれば安心です
Okay,
ね。
that's fine. And I can't respond to it because I
本
know
当に
next to
元
nothing
気だ
about
な、
football
今日。
Oh,
except
Crazy Fruit says
Ted Lasso.
Maradona. Oh, you know what? That's my mistake. Yeah, you know what? We'll add
冬なの
Maradona
で、冬でもどうなんでしょう
Okay,
ね、
let me
こ
put
こら辺。
let me put the options in the chat for Ink.
緯度がわからないので、冬だと言っても寒いのかどうかはわかんないですけど。
Here we go. Pele, Maradona, Messi, and Ronaldo.
yeah, sadly, I don't know enough about
Yeah.
I wish I did.
Chime in on that.
Be cool.
Johan Cruyff. I mean, he's well known, but is he really the best footballer ever?
Just realizing just how dense this city is as you're flying over it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Rio
Right.
is ridiculously.
I've been flying for a while, and I've been over buildings for like the last 30 minutes.
It's so fast, but also indeed dense. It's so much packed onto each other.
And the question could be football goat? Question mark.
Yes.
D-Man Chief says, I was very young when my parents took me to the old Tampa Stadium to see the Rowdies play the New York team when Pele played for them. Yeah. So towards the very end of his career, when there was, at the time and now defunct, it was called the United States Soccer League, Pele played for the New York team at the time. Of course, he was well past his prime at that point. You know, I think he was in his 40s. But still, you know, most famous footballer in the world. Even then. And yeah, he played for New York.
Okay, poll is up.
I'm going to vote for Pele.
There's an option for me.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know players. So far, I think it's winning.
Watch it. We're not seeing much of Flight Simmers.
Oh, good point. We're not really the demographic you should be asking.
Be better for a FIFA stream.
I'm sure if you do a poll about like the Lego goat thing, we would know.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Like Legos, like blocks.
Like
Legos.
like which set is the goat?
これは何
Or
種も
which
ちろんでしょ
or
う
which
ね。
character? Because the goat Lego character is obviously Benny the astronaut.
Right.
Oh,
That's-
yeah.
This is
Yeah.
913, right?
It's close between him and Batman, to be honest.
Oh shoot, Batman is so good.
Yeah, but that was later, right? So the original goat is Benny, and his set 913, the spaceship,
Yes.
which I do have.
To bring this full circle, go back to whatever. I'm legitimately trying to build a proximity of that exact spaceship in Starfield, and I'm not even
I can't
joking.
wait to see it.
Yeah. In fact, you know, Jane and Inquest, you remember I put it in our Discord chat earlier this week. I said I'm trying to build this ship in Starfield, and I posted a picture of it.
Hold on.
You know, I haven't tried like recreating ships in Starfield yet. I've been just
Yeah,
making
if you go on
ships.
the Starfield Reddit, a lot of people have been posting like their recreations of like the Millennium Falcon.
You have it.
And
Yeah.
Firefly.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I have to wait.
I did see a clickbait thumbnail to also bring it full circle of
That's
of
awesome.
someone doing a tutorial on how to create like all the Star Wars ships and stuff in Starfield.
Would you recommend Starfield? Well, Blue, what did you say about Star? See, I mean, I work for Xbox, so whatever.
But don't
I'm not
listen
going to say
him,
no to
'cause,
that question.
yeah.
Of course, I'm going to recommend it. But Blue,
Go, go, go,
you're
go.
a free agent. You have no
ラジ
financial
コン掃除
incentive
して
to
よかっ
promote
た
anything.
死なな
No
い
one's
設定
paying
にな
you
ってるか
to
ら。
give your paid feedback about Starfield. What is your honest impression about Starfield after playing it for a week?
My honest impression
ラ
is
ジ
it's
コン
not a
掃除
flight
やっぱ
sim.
難しいよ。
And what I mean by
移動する
that,
の
no,
に
seriously,
2
what I mean by
Yeah.
that is that the flying part is not why you play Starfield.
Mhm.
You play for all the other gameplay things, the building, the crafting, the exploring. But if you are trying to get into Starfield because you want to explore the world on ships and only ships, you may be disappointed.
What is it like flying? Flying basically. What are the
The
controls?
flying is not bad that when you're in space.
Yeah.
But you're not able to really fly the ship when like just above the like how we're flying right now over Rio. You can't do this in Starfield, sadly. And I was personally expecting to be able to do this what we're doing right now in Starfield. I don't know why. I didn't. It's not like I didn't look a lot into the game. Didn't watch a lot of gameplay. I tried to stay away from gameplay, so I didn't want anybody to spoil anything for me. But and again, I'm not saying this as like the game's not good because of that reason. It's just like I expect it's
ス
good
キャラ
to be
バに
more,
合流。
like traversing on planets in a ship versus just walking on that planet or landing on the planet. Now you can fly to any planet you want to go to. You can land anywhere you want to go. That's cool, but you can't like
Yeah.
go onto the planet and then traverse it. From
Right,
one
yeah.
point to the
So
second.
the-
And that's what I was expecting. Again,
Yeah,
not,
the young
I didn't,
one
maybe I
was
was
next.
ignorant because I didn't
Mm,
watch
yeah.
all the trailers and stuff like that. But I
Mhm.
thought that we were going to be able to fly from space and into the planet and land manually on the planet with our ship. Me being a flight simmer, you know, I want to. It's gonna
Right.
take longer, but
We
I
love
get
landing.
That, yeah,
Yeah.
I quickly got over it. And I was like, I get it. Like this game is not meant for that purpose. This is a game. This is like a lot of people out there not want to spend 30 minutes just flying from atmosphere
Okay,
to,
ちょっと。
to the ground. So they just kind of made it quicker.
残念。
But yeah, anyways, that's I still like the
じゃ
game.
あキャラバン
There's
で
so
置い
much
と
to
き
do.
ますか。
Like I can't see myself getting bored of it for like a long time. So and not even
キャラバンっていう飛行機の名前とこの
I do recommend it to answer the question. Yes.
10.
たくさん
So the
飛
people
行機
who
がい
are
っぱい
fans of
飛ん
RPGs,
でる
people
の
who
を
like
キャラバンと言って
Skyrim
い
or
るのと
Fallout, people who like
Oh,
space
Each Craft.
games in general, you think they would like Starfield.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
ああ燃料いいね
Yeah, I've,
燃
you
料
know, as I
タンク
mentioned earlier,
のあれ
for
が
the
壊れ
last
て
week,
たんじゃ
that's
なくて
kind of how anything,
私
literally
の脳
almost
み
all
そ
of
が
my
壊
free
れて
time.
て
As soon
燃
as I get
料
off work,
タ
fire
ン
up
クセレクター
Starfield.
の扱い
Play it
方
until
が
bedtime.
間違っていただけでしたね
Starfield has
よかった
basically
よかっ
replaced my sleep.
たうわー
That sounds not.
This
healthy.
is when we find you. You bring a PC to Reno. And as soon as
You know, I'm not
Like,
gonna
alright,
lie.
time to start.
I was
バラバ
considering
ラバラ
I
バラバラ
actually
バラ
bought
バラ
an
バラ
Xbox.
バラバラバラバ
Oh,
ラバラ
okay.
I was so that I could play on either my PC or the Xbox.
Yeah.
Should I really Xbox? like I know we're gonna be busy during the day, but like I don't have to sleep.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
この尻尾のところにたくさん
Oh my
翼
goodness.
があってかっ
I
こ
think I
いい
could
ですね
take a few days for it, probably.
Yeah.
だ
But like I did think of it. I'm not gonna lie. I
Mm.
did think about it.
Oh,
I'm landing directly at the final
Ooh.
airport.
okay.
Yeah, you can't
Well,
switch to my
Peter's
screen.
land.
Yeah, I would love to be able to switch to your screen, Peter, but unfortunately I don't have your screen coming through.
No,
Jane,
OBS.
you joined after this, but we were having some tech issues where
Okay.
Peter and Blue's streams were inconsistent.
でも
Sometimes
ディ
they
レ
were
クター
coming
あんま
through
り近
fine.
づいて
Sometimes they were coming
回
through
転
choppy,
翼に
and
当
then
たる
now
と
we've
ババ
lost
バン
them
って
all.
壊されそうで若干恐ろしい
That's the correct word.
That we
若
can
干
see
の
it.
恐ろしさを感じます
Okay, one more.
And now OBS
さあ
disconnected
もうそろ
altogether,
そろ
so-
ゴールが見えてくるのではなかろうか
Oh, Lipstick
It is true, Lumpy.
does bring up a good point here. You can sleep in Starfield. It's true. If your character, if you find a bed or you have a bed on your spaceship or your settlement, you can actually
Yeah.
go to sleep, and then you get a buff in the game that gives you more experience when you wake up because you're well rested.
I did not know you got a buff. I know you
Yep.
got like your health back, which I just
If you
discovered, like,
if you
yesterday.
sleep for at least 8 consecutive hours, you get a buff for well rested.
8 hours. I've been doing like 4.
Does it fast forward through the 8 hours?
It does, yeah.
Sit
Nope.
there.
The other thing too is that with that sleep is like, for example, like if you don't want to explore a planet in the dark, you could just sleep and it'll fast forward to
Day.
daytime.
And normally you would just then fly to the other side of the planet, so it would be day there, but you can't do that. That's the right?
You can, but if your objective is on the dark side,
Ah,
I don't know. Dark side.
dark side.
But yeah, I've been enjoying it like so much.
Good.
Stream coming through now, CD? Is that stream?
It is.
Uh-huh.
There we go. Back to Peter's.
Yeah,
message.
5
surprised.
minutes.
Oh, well.
before
I
it
mean, yeah,
dies again.
there's the airport in
You
sight.
don't
On
still
my
use
screen.
any
Peter's already on the ground, and I'm
Google
about to
channel.
turn final in a moment here for our final full stop landing.
今あの地図当てになんないからな
Let's see if it works.
There are quite a lot of people already here.
I'll tell you this
Donkey,
much, CD. This was a
it
gorgeous
stopped
flight,
again.
man. The whole thing.
Never mind, CD, it stopped again.
Oh,
Okay.
did it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
or very choppy. Yeah, no.
You know what?
It was
After
meant to be.
after this stream ends, I'm gonna like reboot my router and my internet and my stream PC and just reset all that stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully
Then-
it'll
そ
be
こ
fine.
に降りるのか
However, chat, as you may have picked up, myself, Jane, and Blue, we're all going to be at Reno next Friday. So,
Alright.
bad news is, I mean, the good news is if you're in Reno yourself, you can come say hello and meet us in person. We'd love to talk to you. The bad news is, though, there's going to be no fly-in Friday next week.
True.
But CD, you said we fly every Friday.
I almost
Peter.
You said we would never skip.
Oh man. That's a good incentive for y'all to do your own community fly-in in the Discord or something.
Oh yeah, just give me.
Or join in one of the many community events that's listed on the forum calendar. So a lot of people do post.
Tom and
Awesome
I will
events.
host our own fly-in then next Friday.
Yeah. You'll be like Bender from Futurama. We're gonna
Right.
we're gonna organize our own fly-in.
with beers
Blackjack.
and blackjack.
Yeah, and I won't finish the rest of
隊長
that.
ま
No,
だ
no,
フラップ出してませんね。
It's gonna be
But,
so
if
unofficial.
you know the reference, you know where that one ends. Yeah.
There's no
But we are
rules
going to be
in
back
history.
here
It's
2
out.
weeks from now. we had a great
重いクソ右ラダーを踏ん
Peter,
でい
you
ま
want to
す。
share with our viewers where we're flying in 2 weeks on Fly-In Friday?
Oh, I would,
If you remember.
but I don't.
All right. We're going to be, folks, it's going to be a really fantastic one. I mean, every Fly-In Friday is great, but
I know,
this
I
one
know.
coming up is going to be particularly noteworthy. We're going to be in Nepal 2 weeks from
Yeah.
now.
着
Ah,
陸速
And
度
we're gonna
が
be
出
landing
ま
at-
す。
Small landing challenge
隊長
We're
フ
going
ラ
to be
ップ出し
landing
ま
at
せん。
Lukla as our full stop
yes,
landing.
yes.
with an
So
AM
it's
225.
gonna be
You
pretty
won't
amazing.
believe
サイド3コイルネッ
You
We
won't believe what
landed at
happened.
AN225 at Lukla.
You won't believe what happened next.
ト。
No, no, yeah, we tried to land at 825.
Oh yeah, we tried.
Here's what happened.
Yeah, red arrow.
局技で降りていき
Right around
I'll never
the
believe what we got away with the
and a stupid one of these faces.
この前でもああいう
That
こ
in the
として
thumbnail.
Oh,
イーグル
I'm so good at that.
壊しましたからね。
And then also put an engine fire on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ちょっと気をつけないといけません。
Don't you love our people? You love our people.
Someone please clip those.
Don't do it, please.
We can use them for a lot of stuff.
We got content for the next year, bro.
Oh man.
All right, this was the landing I was predicting was going to end in disaster.
Here we
'Cause
go.
I've had 4 good landings in a row.
Don't
on this
forget
screen.
your secret sauce.
Yeah. Oh no, I get my hands hovering over the button, waiting for the right moment. A little bit, it's still a good landing, but a little bit rougher than the last ones. I'd give that a 6 out of 10. I have to say though, there probably is a reason why my landings in the Diamond DA-20 were pretty nice today. It is because this plane is very close to the plane that I have most of my real life flying hours in, the Piper Tomahawk. So it's very similar to what I'm used to flying IRL. So it kind of makes sense that I would have some expertise in this particular aircraft.
Alright, I am down and landed at the final airport myself. Not too bad. Getting those over. So
Ooh, look at this, got a
おお、
VTL
今日も楽しか
Bonanza
ったの
next to me. Beautiful
ほ
choice.
とんど
Love that plane.
景色は見ず
I landed with barely any
飛
fuel.
行機ワッチングしてたけど
Didn't check.
台風もあ
Alright,
っ
let me
た
get
の
my
かな
drone camera out.
What is it, H-145? That's a Coast Guard?
隊長機あヘリコプターが降りてくる
All right, enjoying some views with the drone cam as we sign off. So, folks, this brings us to the end of Community Fly-In Friday, Brazil Independence Day edition. So, to any of our Brazilian fans and viewers out there, we hope you had a great Independence Day yesterday and you found a great way to celebrate your country's national holiday. We're going to go around the panel here for some final words as I look at Blue with the drone cam. The Kit Fox, which I don't own, so it looks like a default generic plane to
隊
me. But
長
there's
です
Blue
あ
right
りがと
there.
うございました
So Blue, we'll start with you. We're looking forward to meeting you next week. I should say meeting you again next week. 'Cause we connected at Oshkosh last year
よ
in
かったよ
Reno.
台風緑色
Anything
の
you'd like to say? Want to promote your channel here? You got the opportunity
ス
here
ペシ
before
ャ
we
ル
sign
マー
off.
キング
Yeah, as always, I mean, I had a lot of fun flying with you guys today. Love the opportunity to be on here doing these flights. This flight was super chill, super fun, beautiful flight. Brazil, one of my favorite countries in the world. So looking forward to next week though at Reno. It's gonna be a once in a lifetime chance for me and a really cool bucket list item to check out. So look forward to meeting you guys there. As far as my channel, you can check me out
モ
on
デル
YouTube,
350ってやつかな
Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, everything. Blue Games. I do flight sim, obviously. I also do train sim and trucking sim and Starfield apparently. So, but yeah, so check me out.
お
If
ー
you
これは
want.
なかなか
If
あ
not,
レ
I'll
ッド
catch
ブル
you
の
guys
や
back
つだ
here next time.
あれレッ
And
ドブ
also
ル
to
だ
all
け
the
どこれ
Brazilians
飛
out
行
there,
機これじゃないの
parabéns for the September 7th holiday, as well as muito obrigado.
Nice.
Coming on.
All right, great. I put a link to your channel there in the chat, your
so cool.
YouTube channel. So
これがそうなのか。
folks, go ahead, click that link and do all the YouTube things.
これ
like the video, subscribe to the
着陸
channel,
チャレ
ring
ン
the
ジの
notification bell. Support Blue Games. He's a great YouTube
で
content creator. We love having him
マ
as
イ
a
クロ
guest
ソ
on
フ
the
ト
channel.
か
We
ら
love
リリー
watching
ス
all
さ
his
れたや
videos
つか
as
ななんで
well.
こんな
All right, Peter, any final words from you?
No, so I'm
角
either
度
free
になっ
next
ちゃうん
week,
だろ
finally, or
レッドブル
Finally, well,
翼を授ける
or I'll take over the channel at the same time.
do you have,
well,
do you have
it
this-
seems people are interested in playing on Discord.
And then we either do it the right way or we don't.
Mhm.
おかしなことやってる人がいる
We'll talk. We'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk.
It could be the fly in unplugged
Are they-
or something.
ここら辺に
After
台風
dark.
が
On the unofficial community
dark.
fly,
Flying after dark.
the night sessions.
Sterling Dev says in the chat, I just clicked through on Blue's YouTube page and didn't see a single red arrow or funny face. Not
Oh.
We've been lied to.
Oh,
Oh my
my
God.
goodness.
Now I gotta go check out my own channel and see what's going on.
All right, Jane, any final words from you?
Great to be here for at least the second half of this. For anyone going to Reno, I'll see you there. And we do have a dev stream coming up, but we'll announce that next Thursday. I think.
この VGB
So,
呼ぶのもあれだ
look
な
for that in
これ
September.
隊長機かな
All right. Well, with that, folks, we're going to sign off here. Hope everyone had
英国と
another
朝日から
enjoyable,
もう終わり
relaxing,
に
fun, and informative
多分新聞記者が取材に来ている
No
のか
stream
もし
next
れま
week.
せ
We'll
ん
be in
ね
Reno, but we'll see you 2 weeks for a flight in Nepal. Bye, everyone.
Practice those Lukla landings.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. With a 2 to 5. Yeah.
All right, goodbye.
Yeah.
Bye.
お配信が終わったかなまあ終わったみたいです。394、ターニングインと書いてありますね。はい、ありがとうございました、隊長。皆さんありがとうございました。今日も超楽しかったですよ。ブラジルを、飛行いたしました、本日は。ありがとうございました。また、来週もあれば参加したいと思います。じゃあ、お疲れ様でした。